can let it go. I didn't lose the way through the things that really matter. These complications spin my mind, but I know I gotta keep.
What's up, man? This is Damon Snacks Harrison, and you're watching the Madden Europe Invitational. The city in Europe I'd most like to visit, I would have to say, would be London, because I've been to London twice. It's funny. With both times I've been to London, it's been on business trips, playing football games, and I'm terrified of flying. So by the time we get there, the time zone changed. My body was in the funk the entire time. My Xbox the socket blew out my Xbox when I was there, so I didn't have anything to do. They didn't have American cheese, which at the time I loved. But once I got to the stadium and I met a lot of the people there, man, it was some great people. I would love to get a chance to go back there, take my family just to visit, because you hear nothing but great things from everybody. So shout out to London.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madden Europe Invitational. We are excited and delighted to have you here with us at Goexanimo Studios in the heart of Europe, whether you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, from the Emerald Isle, from across the biggest of ponds, to the UK, to Germany, to Italy, wherever you're watching from. We have some fantastic Madden action for you here today, as the four best players are going to do battle for your pleasure to be crowned the king of the continent. I want to take this moment right now to give a quick and special thank you, first and foremost, to Snacks. What a legend. The man, the myth, the legend. Sounds as though the Queen of England owes him a new Xbox, and I think she could probably afford it. But thank you as well to EA, the NFL, our sponsors, Printify, and of course, the OG Network. Appreciate all of you guys. We have some brilliant action for you here today, but not just in terms of Madden content. We've got giveaways. We've got flashback players that we're going to give away. We've got a dump truck. We've got drops enabled, which you should be able to access any moment now. But you're probably wondering who is actually going to be playing. So let's have a look now at our four brave competitors, beginning with Liam O'Brien, professional cricketer for England, and also considered the best Madden Regs player in the UK. Liam O'Brien, a late addition, so he got the call up only yesterday. We've also got Marcel Blumenrath, or AKA Matzo 1904, very well known in the MCS space. Then we have Jamie Wallace, none other than Techers, arguably the best player, the best Madden player in Europe. We're going to find out tonight, though. And last but not least, with I think probably the coolest name out of the entire bunch, Felix Friedrich, a.k.a. Send8 Be Great. Definitely one of the best usernames we've ever seen. Those are our four competitors. Let's have a look at what they're going to be playing for here. Not only the king of the continent, but also a special swag bag from NFL Shop Europe. They're going to get a snapback cap, pullover hoodie, and jersey of their team of choice. They could probably even mix and match. Of course, we went with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It pains me as a Raider fan, but Gabby made us do it. We went with TB12's jersey right there. Iconic and recognizable. That was what we went with. But the winner will get to pick their own swag bag. However, that is not all. They will also be playing for the hardware. The Madden community, you voted, okay, on the nickname. This is officially the Madden Europe Invitational 2021 Championship Trophy. However, you decided that we would call this just the crown. Okay, you're either massive Netflix fans out there, or there is a rumor going around. I don't know how it got out there. It got leaked that we will eventually have a crown for the champion to wear. But one of these four brave competitors will be receiving this by courier in the next couple of days. It's going to sit with me on the studio desk, or as the host desk for now. However, it will be going out to one of the winners. Let's now just take a quick look then at the action, the way it is going to unfold. So in semifinal number one, coming up in a matter of minutes here, Techers is going to be taking on the underdog, Liam O'Brien. I heard RG talking. That is a no-nonsense name, Liam O'Brien. However, he's got a massive task ahead of him there, and we'll be speaking about that semifinal number one a little bit more extensively in a moment. Then semifinal number two, And it's going to be instant action, by the way, not a big break between the games, between Matzo and Send 8B Great. Now, these two are mates. They're friends IRL. They play each other all the time. Metal sharpens metal. There will be no love lost tonight at all. And these are going to be best of one. All competitors on PS5. It's Regs game mode. It's all Madden. It's competitive setting, 5-minute quarters. Again, best of one, including in the grand final. Now, we've already seen one cameo from NFL legendary player Snacks. However, there's going to be a few other cameos from well-known members of the Madden community throughout the night that you can keep an eye out for. And next up, Anto, the boss, in his own style, has a message for all of us.
Yo, my name is Anto the Boss, and you're checking out the Madden Europe Invitational. The city I would love to visit the most in Europe, right here, Paris, France. I've been to London for an NFL game, but never have I visited Paris. I would love to go out there, take my girlfriend with me. Maybe we could smooch next to the Eiffel Tower. That sounds like goals to me.
No matter how many times, I've seen that video a few times now, it always cracks me up. That is vintage Anto. What you see is what you get. If you've met him in real life, you know that is Anto. So thank you, Anto, for the shout out. That's absolutely awesome. I feel like Anto in Paris would be an even cooler Netflix special than Emily in Paris. I know I would watch that. And also, though, that is not the only Madden royalty that we have joining us here today. There's too much action for me, one host on the desk, to handle. So I called in the big guns. We have a couple of legends for you here. The voice of competitive Madden in Nick Mazesco, and of course, my good mate Cookie Boy, who I met with Anto. Listen, lads, it's brilliant to have you here. Through the majesty and magic of the internet, you have been transported to Europe. How does it feel?
Are you sure we're in Europe? Because I'm looking at you and you look like you're at Allegiant Stadium. So I'm pretty sure you came over here. Because I don't think either way, it was great for me. I didn't have to take a COVID test. We had no issues with plane flights. Right? I got to sleep in my own bed last night. It's beautiful.
And you wake up and you're in Europe. And Cookie Boy, welcome, mate. We know you've been under the weather, so you're trooping it to be with us. You look radiant, though, mate. How's it going?
I'm much better now. I took my magical trip to Europe. I got a cup of coffee. That'll do anybody good, and ready for some Madden football now.
Right, absolutely. Now, we've had access to the player survey. We've been reading about these lads. Liam O'Brien, the international cricket player, who has like IRL highlight reels, comes in as like a last-minute sub. That was somebody whose details we only got in the last 48 hours or so. But exciting stuff. Like, what jumped off the page? What are you looking forward to in terms of semifinal number one in particular?
Well, I think this is a battle. I mean, you mentioned it's sort of the known player versus the underdog. I'm interested to see, first I'm interested to watch Techers to see sort of, I mean, we haven't really seen a lot of him since Madden 20 when he won that club championship with the Washington football team. I'm interested to see Techers back in Madden, see if he can't take this one down because he's the clear favorite. But for Liam, I mean, this is somebody last-minute sub. It's interesting. In the game of Madden, we have a lot of guys who are former athletes, whether they played football or soccer or baseball, and it seems to help them because they can deal with the pressure, the being under the spotlight. I'm interested to see if Liam can channel some of that professional athleticism into Madden and deal with some of the pressures of playing for a big-time trophy.
Yeah, and Liam is not only a last-minute addition, he is a second substitute. The first alternate also couldn't make it. So Liam is literally the last guy we could possibly find. He just so happens to be, a legitimate, established cricket player.
Like, pretty advantage of the opportunity. I mean, come on, man. Like, you don't get many opportunities like this.
This is like the replacements in terms of like, like the blockbuster movie comes out and then the straight to DVD. But listen, he's not to be scoffed at. He literally is, for all intents and purposes, the best UK-based regs player in Madden at the moment. So both he and Techers, I imagine they'll be meeting up for pints at some stage, to iron it all out. So hopefully we see no love lost. Okay, we have bloodlust as viewers right here. We want to see an amazing game, but at the same time, hopefully they become mates and bond over this. But very, very cool to have Liam with us. And as you said there, Techers. I mean, he probably has the highest pedigree of anybody who's going to be competing here tonight. We've seen Matzo, we've seen Send 8 be great as well, compete in MCS and do really, really well, considering they're from the continent. But Techers, is the clear favorite here, and it's a historic day. It's the first ever of its kind. And some people at home are probably wondering, who are these competitors that we're talking about? And here we go. Let's have a look at them there on the left of your screen. Jamie Wallace, a.k.a. Techers. And that is a shot, obviously, from, if I'm not mistaken, the Madden 20 Club Champo right there, wearing that Redskins jersey. But here is Liam O'Brien. Massive Pats fan. We won't hold that against him, will we, guys? No. But
I will absolutely hold that against him. 100%. Don't speak for me. You can be nice.
All these flavors, and you chose salty. I mean, come on. The Raider Nation suffered the tuck rule game. No, but Liam is like an absolute kind of legendary human being in his own right. And I've watched him plenty. He's been on our radar. I've watched him plenty in regs and just demolish players and very high-ranked players as well on the leaderboard. So, it is an underdog story. This is the matchup we have. It is basically number 1 seed versus number 4. But at the same time, it's an oblong-shaped ball. The ball can bounce any which way. Regs, I think it's worth mentioning. It's all Madden. It's competitive game mode. We have gone exhibition mode as well, so that we're going to see all of these epic next-gen stat cutscenes as well. I think it's going to be phenomenal. But it's a best of one. So, you get the feeling that both of these guys have the medal, though. They definitely, as you said, Nick, you said competitive cricket player, IRL, international cricket player, and Tekkas has been there and done it.
Yeah, I mean, this game is going to come down to, listen, Madden 22, everybody's talking about it. The meta, you're going to see a lot of bunch. Both these guys said they're in bunch-style playbooks. I think Techers was saying he's going to be in Panthers bunch, whereas Liam's going to be in Seahawks, trying out bunch, which is the meta. And at the end of the day, that lowers the skill gap because everybody is sort of playing with the same set of cards. And at that time, it's going to come down to who makes the first mistake. I'm really interested to see, how clean a game these guys can play. And don't discount the fact that we're on regs. Team selection cookie is huge. Will we see the people? Somebody gonna take those Arizona Cardinals and run around with Kyler Murray? Are we gonna see the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's, the guys that sit in the pocket?
Well, this just in, director. We don't have to wait any longer because we've got game, lads. It's over to you. Take it away. Nick and Cookie on the call. I will be watching. Have a great game, lads.
Appreciate it, my friend. Techers taking on Liam and out of the back of the end zone. We wondered what would happen. Techers taking those Arizona Cardinals. We've seen a little bit of regs action early here in Madden 22. Kyler Murray might be the most broken player in the game. Escape Artist is back to Madden 20 levels of just unbelievable.
Yeah, and not only does Kyler Murray have Escape Artist, he has Gunslinger, and that is mega. When we saw the kickoff tournament in Madden 22 and Ultimate Team, there weren't any quarterbacks with Gunslinger, and we all know how effective that was last year. Kyler has Escape Artist and Gunslinger, and you put that with the talent of this Cardinals offense with DeAndre Hopkins, Andy Isabella. We saw what Rondale Moore was doing to those Vikings last week. Let's see what he can do against the Seattle Seahawks.
Again, Panthers playbook for Techers, the Madden 20 Washington Football Team Club Championships. He's in the bunch. Kyler Murray at quarterback, back to pass on first down. We'll dump this off underneath to the former Pittsburgh Steeler and Pitt Panther. That's James Conner with the catch. That running back by committee in Arizona looked pretty good against the Vikings, Cook, with that mix of James Conner, Chase Edmonds.
Yeah. Now, neither of these guys are dominant Madden backs because I don't believe either of them have over 90 speed. So it's going to be interesting to see, they rotate the running backs. I believe Edmonds is in the game now. But, yeah, James Conner definitely brings that power if you want to, especially when you're in the red zone. James Conner could be your guy.
Second down and 5 as Murray's back to pass. Little loop blitz from the right side. But who else? In my estimation, the best wide receiver in the game of football. That's DeAndre Hopkins picking up a first down.
Oh, yeah. D-Hop is the full package as we've seen so far this season. He can run the best routes, and after the catch, filthy. You see that spin move in week 1 against the Titans? Oh, baby. We might see some of that right now.
Andy Isabella split off the bunch. D-Hop out there. Max Williams at tight end. And it's a quick throw to Andy Isabella. This Cardinals team, they not only have Kyler Murray with that escape artist, with that slinger, but a lot of speed at wide receiver, not just D-Hop, Andy Isabella, Christian Kirk, guys that can take off the top of the defense. There you see the rookie out of Purdue, Rondale Moore, into the game.
Yep, as we have a handoff here. And it looks like we have Liam into 3-3-5, which is the defense primarily being ran. And it's a pretty good run defense. That's what you guys see there. Woods with the tackle, and you see Liam is using Jamal Adams, and Jamal Adams with Enforcer. Enforcer is not on Madden 20 levels, but you definitely do not want to mess with Jamal Adams in the open field.
You remember Madden 20 Enforcer? Everybody was terrified.
Oh, man. You have to give yourself up, or else you're going to fumble the ball.
Bunch flipped over to the left side. Nice drive here from Techers. As Murray stepping right. I thought he was going to take a shot at the post route, but why not throw it to the delay fade? Oh, everyone's pain in the game of Madden. Delay fade to Max 2X Williams.
The first time and definitely not the last time we'll see the delay fade. A nice run stop there on second down, but right now, Liam is just not getting the pass rush necessary. Kyler hasn't even used the escape artist yet. We haven't even seen that level of Kyler Murray. We're just seeing him dink and dunk downfield, easy reads.
Now first down, stepping left, and here for the first time we see Kyler Murray take off. Now on the flip side, Liam rocking these Seattle Seahawks. Obviously offensively, you see that Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf combination, but defensively, this is not one of those power defenses we've seen in Madden. Of course, you do have Jamal Adams out there, but they lost a lot in the offseason. No more Shaq Griffin, who was great in the game of Madden. Is a nice pickup there to Rondale Moore. I'm wondering if this Seahawks defense has enough firepower to stop what Arizona's going to bring.
Yeah, both Griffin brothers are gone, Shaquem and Shaquille. Shaquem obviously a great speedy linebacker out there.
Murray steps up, throws it, delivers to the end zone. Max Williams with the touchdown. Big body tight ends can make big plays. Right up the seam goes the former Washington Football Club champion, and Techers takes the first lead of the game.
That was a brave throw, and I got to think Gunslinger's part of the reason why he fit that one into that tight window, because there were two defenders very close, and Max Williams, not the highest overall tight end. I believe he was about a 74 overall, but, you know, Kyler, as we've talked about pregame, Kyler Murray is that guy. He's that guy in real life, as we've seen. He's that guy in Madden as well.
Big shout out to the entire chat hanging out with us here on Twitch and on Facebook. See my guy Shopmaster out there.
Hey, Shop. The literal OG.
See McDuggets out there. KD Lake. Zemo. I saw Up and Adam Gaming. What's going on, chat? Hope y'all are well. So the first time we can see Liam on offense. Now, something interesting we saw Cook. He put, you know, he's a Patriots fan. He put down he's a Patriots fan because he initially thought the Patriots were a team from England. And it turns out they're not. So don't worry. And he says, he did point out, P.S., I didn't know they win any Super Bowls before I started watching them, so I can't get called a bandwagon fan. I love it. He's honest. He's like, listen, I just thought they were an English team.
And then the flip side of the spectrum, Techers, he's a diehard Washington football team fan because his dad was a fan of Washington. He adopted them, and he ended up playing the club championship under Washington, and not only playing it, winning it.
Shout out to my guy Chu Flocka in the chat.
So with this Seattle offense, we have Metcalf, we have Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson surely going to be the back here. A lot of speed, and of course Russell Wilson, escape artist, dashing deadeye. He can make all the crazy throws. So we have an RPO to start off.
RPO to DK Metcalf to the 31-yard line. Remember when everybody said DK Metcalf, this guy isn't gonna, like, he's got a lot of speed, but he runs routes like he's Pac-Man. Turns out he's actually fine as a wide receiver.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. And you see he has superstar abilities as well as on this offense. Whoa!
That fumble picked up. It's Marcus Golden going the other way. First pass play. That's not an RPO. And Techers get to the – you see a little wry smile from Liam. He knows that's some bad luck. Russell Wilson putting the pigskin on the ground.
Both of them gave a little, that was a fluky play right there. If you're Techers, you'll take it. If you're Liam, you know, what else can you do?
Nothing. Don't get sacked is all I can say. How about inside zone? Chase Edmonds. Certainly, you want to talk about a weak spot of this Arizona offense. Edmonds and James Conner, both good halfbacks, but they just don't have the speed that, you know, you're getting from the San Francisco 49ers with a Raheem Mostert, who's unfortunately not healthy right now. Speed's so important. How long has it been? When was the last time that speed didn't matter in the game of Madden?
Matter right there with Kyler Murray making all these moves. But yeah, speed is always king. On next gen, it does feel like, especially at the receiver position, it matters a little bit less. But yeah, speed is always king. One thing to note that we're watching in regs, by the way, check out the momentum meter. The Arizona Cardinals have the home field advantage. And when they have their advantage, they gain momentum faster. So right now, Techers is working all the way to the max of that momentum meter.
Murray screamed at. Absolute screamer. That was Brooks right down the A-gap. And Liam's going to hold Techers to a field goal off the fumble.
Yeah, you take that.
We got Yunk in the chat. We got Rowdy Time in the chat. Shout out to my guy Expert in the chat. What's up, Expert? Good to see so many people from both over in Europe and here in the U.S. tuning in to see who's being crowned the Madden Europe Invitational Champion.
Yeah, and I feel like I've been a jinx so far. I mentioned Kyler didn't use the escape artist. Very next play, he uses the escape artist. I mentioned that Techers is getting all the momentum, gets sacked. So don't take my word too seriously.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah.
Curse.
Every time.
What was it, the final 8 of the Ultimate Kickoff? When Joke came out to kick his game-winning field goal, I said, Justin Tucker, the most automatic kicker in the game, and he missed it. And I went, oh, I'm sorry, Joke. That was totally my bad.
That is the announcer jinx of all time right there. You see both players, they run to start off. It's been a popular notion to where you want to not have your bunch in the middle of the field. You want to have it off-center to the left or to the right. So you always see these runs at the beginning of drives. I believe Skimbo made that one infamous, not only doing it, but saying it on a broadcast as well.
That Skimbo guy's pretty good at Madden, right?
Yeah.
He's not bad.
Yeah, he almost made a run into the final 8 of this tournament. Some dude named Don't Care About Ice happened to stop him.
And then how about the run that Ice went on? He's got the crosser wide open. Yeah. R1, deliver the dime. And Tyler Lockett doesn't even get the feet close to inbounds. And Liam's looking at Lockett going, I thought you were a professional wide receiver. You got to have a little better field awareness.
That might be on Liam, though, throwing that ball a little bit late. The timing is off, and that's what makes these, top-level Madden players the best, because you don't see them miss that timing ever.
Wilson back to pass, former Wisconsin Badger and North Carolina State Wolfpack. Don't ever forget that one. DK Metcalf underneath. Ole Miss Rebel to the 39.
Buda Baker trying to keep up with DK Metcalf in the open field. Obviously, Buda Baker is a superstar in his own right, but covering DK Metcalf, you can only do it for so long, and Metcalf underneath. A great read there by Liam.
Flip over to the left side. He's going to go to a little trips.
Yeah, no, Liam did say he likes running trips. He's comfortable in it, and he likes running this RPO.
Little bubble screen, and that's such a smart way of taking what Tekker's defense has given him. Tekker's playing off the ball, press coverage so dangerous in this game with those streak routes being just absolutely unbeatable. So he sees the soft coverage, goes to the trip side end, throws a little RPO, take your 6 yards.
Yeah, now we go right back to the bunch here on 2nd down. And Liam, he's playing, we haven't seen too much of his offense yet, but he's been playing a smart game so far. Just had one unfortunate mistake, as we have, of course, a delay fade.
Woo, and hit a little stop and go there. That's Gerald Everett to the 34-yard line. Nice drive here from Liam. How hard is it, Cook, to bounce back when you kind of got cheated a little bit with that fumble that gave Tekers a free 3-point? Is it tough to get mentally back in the game?
You have to. You have no other choice. This is a single elimination. You cannot dwell on the past anytime you're playing Madden. You just got to focus on what can make you better, and if anything, let the mistakes or bad luck motivate you.
Ooh, that's a tough read. Lockett this time gets the feet in bounds to the red zone. Goes Liam. Nice pass there from Wilson to Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, this time the timing is down. Lockett gets both feet in bounds, gets the better animation into the red zone, go to Seattle Seahawks. And these red zone possessions are going to be so key because, of course, when you get into the red zone, the bunch offense gets a bit limited because there's less space. The safeties get to play more down. You see Thompson already crashing. So we'll see, if red zone offense has a big factor in this game as we have a timeout here.
Here's all I'm saying. Liam's answers to some of these questions absolutely bonkers. He says, my favorite NFL memory was watching my first Super Bowl last year. I put a lot of money on the Chiefs to win, but ended up cheering for the Bucs once I saw Brady out there. He didn't care about his bread. He wasn't looking for the dough. He sat there, saw Brady, and went, hold on, I got to cheer for this guy.
Hey, and who better to win the Buccaneers gear for winning this tournament than Liam? Because he's a Patriots fan. Good enough, I suppose. You get some Brady, right?
Yeah, his favorite player, Thomas, Patrick, Edward, Brady, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson over the middle. That's dangerous. Oh, Buda could have had a pick. Tankers can't believe it's not going the other way.
And some no huddle on top of that. Hey, you do that and you're going to come with no huddle afterwards? Trying to send a statement here as he goes back into that trips look here.
And this time he'll hand it off. That's Chris Carson. And Chris Carson parting like the Red Sea right down Broad Street. Goes Liam from a missed pick to a touchdown the next play. Cookie, how often do we see that?
Hey, man, that's the way Madden goes. You get, one great opportunity, and if you miss it, it just always seems like it goes upside down for you. You're always going to give up a touchdown. But I really like what Liam is doing with this change of pace where he's not only just, flipping the bunch as we see everybody do, he's switching to this trips, and it looks like he's catching Techers a bit off guard. And Techers, trying to overcompensate for the RPO. Next thing you know, Chris Carson has an easy gap inside.
10-7, our score, 2:20 to go. Plenty of time for Techers to get down the field. He is up a stop with that fumble recovery on Liam. Russell Wilson putting the pigskin on the ground. Techers turned it into 3. This is a big drive for Liam, because if he can get a stop here, get the ball back, maybe get some points on the board, he gets the ball to start the second half.
Even holding Techers to a field goal is pretty much a win, especially in this game. Oh, there's Adams.
What's up, Enforcer?
Hey, not only does Jamal Adams have Enforcer, Bobby Wagner also has it, but I haven't seen Bobby Wagner take the field. Of course, Bobby Wagner, middle linebacker. People don't really use middle linebackers. It looks like Jamal Adams is occupying that spot in the 3-3-5. But I'm surprised Bobby Wagner isn't maybe even seeing outside linebacker snaps. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Murray back to pass, 2nd and 3 over the middle. Dangerous throw. That's caught by Rondale Moore. Now, the other interesting thing from Liam is he said that he's only been playing Madden since Madden 20. He picked up Madden 20 to learn the rules of American football so he could understand some games while he was away in Australia. He's basically self-taught himself, not just the concepts in Madden, but the rules themselves. And that's something I think shouldn't be overlooked at how impressive that is.
Oh, that's very impressive. In his first year, he was top 100 on the leaderboards. Hey. Who said stick work was dead on next gen, man? These guys are making moves in the open field.
Shout out to Bry Guy 72. He says gun bunch is global. That's a beautiful sentiment.
It goes worldwide, baby. But yeah, we've seen Liam mix in a little bit of trips, and we're seeing, maybe a bit of a different look from Techers, maybe a bit of a preview of what we could see down the road once Gunslinger is put into Ultimate Team with more quarterbacks. Zach Wilson, I believe, is the only one that has it right now in Ultimate Team, because when you got that Gunslinger, it's a night and day difference.
Techers, of course, Madden 20 Washington Football Team Club champion. He's an avid Washington Football Team fan, as it is. Favorite player, Chase Young. Loves watching the Fighting Dan Snyders go to work, as James Conner will pick up a couple up the middle.
Yeah, well, it's like timeout here by Liam, and that's very heads up right there, because he knows exactly what Techers is trying to do when he runs the ball on first down. He's trying to take this clock all the way down, make this the last drive. Liam is thinking, I'll use my timeouts right here, get a stop, and we know it does not take too long to score in Madden 22. So you get this stop here and you give yourself about 35 seconds. That's more than enough time.
Expert asked for that. Nick lives in Arizona. Are you Cardinals fans or the Browns? No, I'm still a Browns fan. I am a Cardinals season ticket holder. We went to that Vikings game. Had a good time while our man Oreo won $100,000 playing DFS. That was wild.
So you do not want to take those hits with Kyler Murray. Yeah, he keeps it in the open field. It's going to force Liam to burn another timeout, but that's scary. I would not want to take those hits with my quarterback, because not only does it risk fumbling, you also lose stamina by taking those hits, and those hits add up throughout the game. Like we've seen in Madden 22, some of these guys, their stamina bar, it can get low and never replenish.
Looking like me after running off the ice cream truck. It's tough to recover that stamina for a couple hours. 3rd and 7. Murray rolling right. Nobody open. Look at this. I think it was about a 2-man rush. And what a tackle on the sidelines, as the final timeout will be taken by Liam. You talked about it being a win. Cookie holds Techers to a field goal.
Yeah, this is beautiful for Liam. And he'll have some time to make something happen. Even if he doesn't, he'll get the ball to start the second half. And if he gets a score, he is just about in the driver's seat. But that was beautiful defense on 3rd down. You saw he had the man coverage along with the outside zones, and everything Techers tried to do was basically crossing routes, and it was all taken away.
The kick is away. So 27 seconds left, no timeouts. Certainly not a ton of time, especially without those timeouts. Middle of the field, you maybe only get one play. But we've seen here in Madden 22, offense is king right now. Certainly an opportunity for Liam to get into field goal range.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Obviously, he's going to be looking for the sidelines here with no timeouts. So, of course, we expect Techers to guard the sidelines. But that's easier said than done. You can try to guard corner strike as much as you want, or verticals. There it is, DK Metcalf. Get out of bounds.
And I think we saw Techers put his curl flats on 30. So that is going to leave that quick wheel route open on the sidelines. He can take his 10 yards.
Yeah, but that's what you're more so looking for if you're Liam. You're not expecting to get the 30-yard gain in this situation, but you get 3 or 4 of those quick hitters, that takes about 5 seconds per play, then you're in field goal range pretty easily.
13-7 here in semifinal number 1. Wilson dropping back to pass, waiting, looking, throws it left side. That's Eskridge, the rookie out of Central Michigan, to the 39-yard line.
Very conservative defense there, going with the contains, making sure Russell Wilson does not leave the pocket, and a better job guarding the sidelines that time around. So where he wanted to go to the check down, Liam did, and it was pretty much blanketed.
Retro Yimmy in the chat, what's up? XAG Prodigy in the chat. Says, what's up, Nick and Cookie? What's up, Prodigy?
Hello.
Wilson back on 2nd and 10, 14 seconds and counting, in trouble. That's what you can't do. Liam is taking a sack, and that is going to run out the clock. You know, that's just a mistake. You got to throw that ball away, give yourself another opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, at the same time, this is not a complete loss like we talked about. No timeouts with 28 seconds left. You just didn't want to turn the ball over, which unfortunately he almost risked there.
What's up, guys? This your dude, Shotmaster from OGN Network, and you are watching the Madden Europe Invitational. The one city that I like to visit probably the most is Paris, France, because I want to see if their French fries are better than the French fries here in the U.S. Y'all enjoy the show.
The man, the myth, the legend, the OG from the OGN, Shopmaster, coming in with a little cameo. Shout out to my guy Shop. Shout out to Buffalo K in the chat. What's up, K? What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a wonderful Wednesday for a little Madden action. Madden across the pond as it will be. Liam getting the ball first. Cook, I love seeing events like this. I love seeing it not just be an American sport. I love seeing the game of Madden expand globally and seeing more people interested in playing this game that you and I both love.
Yeah, definitely. We unfortunately missed out on taking the NFL to Europe last season because of the COVID situation. This is the closest thing we've had to the NFL being in Europe in a little bit since like 2019.
Hey, I remember when NFL Europe was a thing back in the
That's a whole
mid-2000s.
different story.
That's a whole different story. That's a whole nother thing.
So one very important thing to know here is that there were halftime adjustments made by both teams that you can make in regs that you do not make in Ultimate Team, where you can game plan for defending the medium pass or defending the deep pass or defending the long pass. And what that does is if you go into your playbook and you pick a play that is specified to, let's say you pick defend medium pass, which I believe Techers did. If you pick a play that defends the medium pass, you get a boost to your coverage in those situations for what it says in the description. So something to note that's different in regs as opposed to Ultimate Team.
3rd and 4 for Liam. Down 13-7. When in doubt, out route. That's Eskridge one more time to the 38-yard line. This Arizona defense on regs, Cook, a lot of players that are very userable, namely Isaiah Simmons, fast linebacker. You got Buda Baker back there. Maybe not the star power, maybe not the X factors that you're used to seeing. You do have Chandler Jones out there, but, you know, certainly a lot of guys with speed that as a defensive user you're excited to use.
Yeah, and neither of those guys being used throughout this game. We've seen Deontay Thompson, the safety out of Alabama. That's been Techers' choice.
Ooh, that was a laser. That's a tough throw between the zones. You got to have confidence in your end to make that out route.
Here we go, no huddle. Let's see if he goes to that trips out the no huddle as he's been doing.
Still in the bunch to the wide side. DK Metcalf alone on the right side. Chris Carson on the right hip of Russell Wilson. As here comes the flip. He'll flip the bunch to the short side this time.
Yeah, and this no huddle definitely keeping Techers on his toes here.
Wilson back to pass. 4-man rush, and it's underneath to Chris Carson. Byron Murphy with the tackle, but Carson still picks up 5.
No huddle once again. This is where we'll see perhaps stamina actually becoming a factor here, especially if you see Russell Wilson try to escape.
Cynical French toast over waffles all day. Here comes the trips.
Here's
now
the
let's
trips.
see if Tex recognizes this. Wow, didn't go to the little bubble screen. Instead, underneath pass to Eskridge. Techers, he looks absolutely distraught that he's not getting stopped.
Yeah, and Tao was so close right there. He was pretty much there. The low ball definitely saved Liam. Very smart in that situation, the low ball, especially with that safety working. You don't want to lower your chance of an incompletion. Putting the ball to where only a receiver can get it is always the saying. Normally that means like up high, far and away, but sometimes that means down low.
Rowdy Time says boneless wings are not wings, they're just chicken nuggets. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. He had RB open, just nobody around him. Instead, makes a tough throw to Metcalf. Techers doesn't make the play, and just like that, Liam has a 1st and goal.
Yeah, it just seems like these deep cornerbacks, deep safeties, they are not able to crash down. And especially when you have a big body receiver like DK Metcalf, it's going to be tough to get stops. That's easy money all day when Lockett and Metcalf are in those corners.
1st down and goal. Wilson back to pass out of the trips. Left side, the rookie out of Central Michigan, Eskridge with the catch. That Pete Carroll looked like he aged about 900 years. I don't know when they put the Crypt Keeper on the sidelines for the Seahawks, but Liam was an extra point away from taking the lead.
Yeah, and one very important strategic play going on here. Whenever DK Metcalf has been manned up in the slot, it's been the slot receiver manned up, we've seen Techers give up the out route both times on the 3rd down and 4, that time on the touchdown. So we'll see how that chess match goes on.
My apologies. Dwayne Eskridge is Western Michigan. He's a Bronco. He's not a Chippewa. Shout out to Western Michigan.
Yeah, and speaking of the chess match, but pretty much everybody in this tournament, they were asked what they love about Madden, and they all said the chess match of the game, where you're always adjusting, making the adjustments. Who's the bigger brain out there?
Kyler rolling right. Ooh, he's looking to bomb him maybe. Does he have him over the top? I don't know if Kyler could have made it. It was dangerous, though, and if you're Liam, you got to take note that Techers has that little double post bomb for that cover 3.
Yeah, this has been a fun game so far. First game of the European Invitational. We have a nail-biter here. 3rd quarter, Techers on the rope, the prohibited favorite entering the tournament.
And screamed at. Oh, Liam brought the heat. Carlos Dunlap in the backfield. Kyler Murray is taken down 3rd and 11. This could be a turning point in the semifinal number 1.
Oh, yeah. And eventually that pass rush is going to come home once, right? You're thinking, like just a couple of times. Get some pressure on Kyler. Get some interior penetration. Carlos Dunlap, job done. 3rd and long. Oh, baby. This is a big play for Techers.
Murray back to pass. Absolutely everybody sent. And there goes Murray again. Liam sending the heat. Nobody open for Techers. And Techers making a choice that a lot of people are making here in Madden 22. Cook going for it deep in his own territory. Wants an opportunity to get this ball back.
Yeah, and when you are down by 1, not the worst play in this situation, because the last thing you want to do is punt the ball and put Liam in a position where he can chew a lot of clock. If you turn it over on downs, which is the worst case scenario here, as we're going to end the 3rd quarter, then Liam's going to get the ball in the red zone. He cannot take away as much time as opposed to punting the ball. But obviously on 4th down 16, you're thinking you're going to convert this. Let's see what his money play is. This is your bread play right here.
4th and 16. Murray back to pass. 5-man rush picked up nicely. Looks right side. D-Hop gets behind the defense. A little smile from Liam because he knows he just gave up a huge play to Techers. Could that lead Techers to the promised land?
Oh, he left DeAndre Hopkins isolated. You cannot do that, especially on 4th down and 16. That is a failed gamble.
That's right side. How about a handoff to Chase Edmonds picking up a 1st down, 450 and counting. Ooh, what a play on 4th and forever. And you see Liam, he's staying in this meta. He's going from 3-3-5 to the 3-3-5 wide, bringing that Mike Blitz 3. The problem with that might be the best rush in the game right now, Cook. But right now, people do have answers for it. And when they see it, they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, I believe the bunch is better fit to dotting up that Mike Blitz 3 than the Mike Blitz 3 is to stopping the gun bunch. And we're seeing that throughout this game. Keep an eye on that clock. Let's see if Techers tries to work a little bit of his clock. He only needs a field goal here, so he can take his time.
Murray rolling right. Good coverage downfield. Delay fade. Oh, dangerous. Inaccurate lob pass. That could have been going the other way. Only the 2nd incompletion for Techers, but that one was almost disastrous.
That was scary. That was great coverage there by Liam throughout. Obviously, the delay fade's eventually going to get open, but the underneath throw to the running back was covered. The crosser was covered, so that was all great coverage across the board and got the pressure.
Murray back to pass on 3rd and 1 for Techers. Stepping up, right up the seam. Can Flowers get there? He makes a hit on D-Hop, and Liam can't believe back-to-back plays. Could have had an interception. 4th and a yard.
That's what we want to see, the emotion. Liam knows this is his play. 4th down and 1. You're not going to kick the field goal. You can take the lead with a field goal. You have Matt Prater with 98 kick power, but you don't want the field goal. You don't feel safe enough with a 2-point lead in Madden 22. He's going to go for it here.
Watch the flat route left side. I think that's Isabella on the flat. It's good coverage of it. Looks like a little Mabel coverage. So he's going to throw to the out route. And that's swatted away. And Liam makes a big defensive play and gets a stop on the former Washington Club champion. Could Liam pull off an upset here in the first semifinal?
Let's talk about the adjustment that Liam made. That's the same exact concept Techers ran on the previous 4th down. Out route to DeAndre Hopkins, but this time he has that curl flat there to swat the ball. Turnover on downs.
And now 1st and 10 for Liam. 3:43, full complement of timeouts for both players. And it'll be handoff to Carson. Now there is a danger here, Cook, at getting too conservative if you're Liam. We see it so often with more inexperienced players. They're too worried about that clock. They run the ball 3 times, but they don't get the 1st down, and then all of a sudden you're just giving the ball back.
Yeah, he's going to go to the trips here. That's the last thing you want to do in this situation, especially when you've barely been running the ball.
There's that bubble screen. That's been good all day, but a great tackle is that Collins with the tackle on the outside. 3rd and 8, and an opportunity for Techers to get a quick turnover back. He doesn't look too pleased to be in this situation.
I think he pretty much called it. Liam going a bit conservative there. He's going to, even the RPO is a bit of a conservative play call in that situation. And, you know, DK Metcalf had space to get a couple more yards. The great tackle there. But now all of a sudden it's 3rd down and 8. And this is possibly 4 down territory.
And we haven't seen Liam go for a lot of big plays. Been very methodical working underneath. He'll need 8 here. 2:30 and counting. Screamer from both sides. They find Carson underneath. Tackle animation. That's going to be close to the marker. Are they going to give him a 1st down? They will indeed. Huge 1st down picked up by Liam.
Liam's poise has been stout throughout this game. That is not the first 3rd down where he has not just tried to bomb it downfield. He takes the check down. It's behind the chains, but he lets his guy rack it upfield. Earlier was Metcalf. This time it's Carson. That pressure from Techers was scary. I would have not survived that. Liam is a better man than I am, and here he is with a chance to win the game.
1st down and 10. Now it's a game of timeouts. Here on Regs in our first semifinal. First time we've seen that offset bunch, and it's going to be Eskridge. Dwayne Eskridge with the catch, and he'll pick up a great gain of 7 to cut it to a 2nd and 3. Great audible there from Liam.
Yeah, he actually ran that offset bunch for the Chris Carson touchdown earlier in the game, so he actually never threw the bubble. But you see, that's, you know, all that bunch on that side, all those receivers, it's easier for them to make the blocks in that situation.
Liam, the youngest player in this tournament, 22 years old, looking to take down the 24-year-old veteran.
Offsides, free play.
It's offsides, it's a free play. It's going to be a 1st down no matter what. Could that have just sealed this ballgame? Still 2 timeouts for Techers. Techers nodding his head. Liam doing some math. He'll accept the 5-yard penalty.
It'll stop the clock either way. The one thing that Liam could have done there is maybe force a pass in the middle of the field because he had the 1st down with the offsides penalty. He didn't need to throw that out route to stop the clock. But otherwise, I mean, I can't blame the guy for throwing to someone open.
Wilson hand this one off to Carson. Good defense over the middle. Techers will take his 2nd timeout. Game not over yet. That clock stoppage getting out of bounds there for Liam. Cook, that could be the difference between this game already being over and Techers getting the ball back with a chance.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jason Myers, this is not his comfortable field goal range, a 59-yard field goal in this situation. You'd like to at least set yourself up for a field goal, worst-case scenario.
And he's dropping back to pass with Russell Wilson. He'll take the underneath play to Carson. Great tackle. Looked like Techers had a hard flat on that side with Byron Murphy. 3rd down and 7. Techers letting this clock run.
Yeah, so this is field goal range, but do you even think about field goal in this situation? You've got to go for the win.
I'd be in 4-down territory, but I'm also not playing for a chance to be named the first Madden European Invitational champion. Oh, he looked for it down the field. That one could have sealed it. And Liam with a little showboat to the camera. He says, "Don't count me out. 2nd alternate can still be 1st winner."
Oh, I'll tell you who's playing for the championship, and that's Liam OBS 123. An early upset. Techers was the clear favorite entering this tournament, but he goes down in the semifinals. Victory formation, the sweetest formation in the game.
Always big. We love seeing upsets. Great watching Techers play once again. cooked the difference in this one. We asked who was going to make the first mistake. We saw the fumble early from Liam, but he bounced back from that one. The difference here in the second half, the stop on 4th and 1 by Liam to take the lead, and he didn't give that ball back.
I go back to that sequence of downs. Techers had a 2nd down and 1. Ultimately had a turnover on 4th down and 1. That will drive coaches crazy in football, and I'm sure that's going to drive Techers crazy. He'll have to go to that as the key moment of the game. That set of downs.
What's up, everybody? So it's Kay here, and you guys are watching the Madden Europe Invitational. And yes, one city I've always wanted to visit in Europe is definitely Rome. I mean, I feel like you have to, right? Like, the history behind it, the food.
Oh my God, lads. Welcome back. We have our upset. That was absolutely massive.
Yeah. I mean, again, we can call it an upset. It was an upset, but Liam played stellar that whole game. I mean, let's not discount this, because I think a lot of times when we get into that upset mode, you know, you tend to put this thing of Tecker should have won. He was way better than. No. We saw that Liam had played this game. He had a great game plan come in. They're both running that meta bunch, and at the end of the day, it came down to one stop. It was Liam able to get that stop, and I was wholly impressed by that. He got the ball back with about 3:38 on the clock.
Yep.
So many inexperienced players you see get too conservative, give that ball back. He was calm, cool, and collected, picked up some first downs, and didn't even give Techers a chance to come back. Well done to Liam, and he's got a great chance to win this tournament.
Yeah, let's talk about Liam coming into this tournament as a second alternate. Not even the first alternate, the second alternate. He wasn't supposed to be here. Now, here he is with a chip on his shoulder thinking, oh, how come I didn't qualify for this tournament? And he's also thinking, I'm the best Madden player in Europe. He's thinking that in his mind. He's thinking, I'm the best Madden European player on the leaderboards, and now I'm looking to prove it ultimately in this tournament.
Well, look, you make a really valid point there, okay? Liam himself, he was on our radar, said, you know, why am I only hearing about this like only recently? I should have been a little bit higher on your priority list. And in fairness, that's exactly what he came out and did. You just lobbed me a softball, so I'm going to take it, Cookie Boy. If you're watching at home and you're a European Madden player, you need to join our Discord immediately, to quote Fend, expeditiously, because if you think you're better than these guys, then we want to hear from you. And the Madden Europe Discord is the place to be to hear about all of the upcoming events as well. So to throw that plug out there, because you make a really great point there, Cookie Boy. The backup to the backup, the poise he showed, there was a moment there at the 2-minute warning where Tekis has all of his 3 timeouts, okay? I'm in with the production crew before I run back to the desk, okay? And I'm trying to explain to them, this is massive. I'm not quite sure what we're going to see from Liam. Is he going to go 3 rushes and a punt? Or is he going to pass the ball and actually go for the jugular, go for the first down, go for the win effectively, or play conservatively? I was blown away by the way he did it right there.
I mean, he managed that fourth quarter perfectly. And let's not discount the fact that he also got cheated a little early in the game. A fumble recovery gave Techers free points. And so many players we see, experienced and the top of the top, get flustered by that and get out of their game plan. He just took a deep breath, went down the field, got points, didn't let that fumble take him out of the game. I don't know, man. I know we haven't seen the second semifinal, but Liam's the favorite in my mind right now, because that was such an impressive win.
There's definitely some Jon Snow, okay, and literally the I guess the king of the White Walkers right there. Techers didn't look phased at all. You could see the pro. You could see the ice cold veins going right there. And the underdog comes in and slays the beast. One play that stood out for you, Cookie, putting on the spot. I know for me, maybe that drop tutty. Was there one play where you were just like, oh my God, I think Liam's got this?
It's that 4th down adjustment. We saw he gave up a 4th down earlier in the drive, late 3rd quarter. DeAndre Hopkins, 4th and 16. That was backbreaking, leaving DeAndre Hopkins isolated. Next 4th down, this time you have the curl flat set, and you're not going to leave DeAndre Hopkins one-on-one again. So, you know, the chess match that both of these players love, Liam won that chess match ultimately.
Well, I couldn't agree more. Lads, you need to go get some fluids into you, okay? All right, go hydrate, get pumped. I know it was a high-octane first semifinal. You're going to be coming back shortly. I will be speaking to the masses on my own for the time being. I'll see you in a few minutes, lads. Just go get the fluids into you. We'll see you in a little bit.
You got it. Deal. Yes, sir.
Absolute legend. So look, there's a couple of things I just want to point out. We are about to have an interview in a few moments there with our winner, Liam. But I have a little red pen where I write very important things on my script right here. The first thing I wrote was upset. Okay, the second thing I wrote to address the elephant in the room was drops. So from us and the production team here at Goexanimo at the Madden Europe Invitational, drops were set up to be activated. Drops are enabled on our back end. There is some gremlin in the machine that is stopping those from working. We have left it in the title as a work in progress. You have my sincere apologies. We have the authority from EA to double the giveaway, so we're going to be giving away 6 different flashback players during the intermission, and we'll show you who they are after the intermission. However, 2 dump trucks as well. So 8 total giveaways, and we will continue to work on the drops. Thank you for watching nonetheless. We hope that the John Madden football is entertaining nonetheless. But now I believe we have our interview ready with our victorious underdog. There he is, Liam O'Brien. Liam, I don't know if you caught RG's shout out to you that you're a man not to be messed with. Can you hear me first and foremost? He cannot hear us at the moment. Technical difficulties. Liam, can you hear us, mate? I can get the feed from Liam, but I can't hear him. He's not hearing me, I don't think.
Can you hear me?
There, we can, mate. There you go.
I can't hear him.
You hear us, mate?
Hold on.
Coming through. I can hear. This is the magic of the internet and having remote tournaments. Can you hear me now, mate? There, we can, mate. There you go. I can't hear it. We're getting it a little bit delayed. You got the stream up. You might need to mute the stream. The magic of the internet and having remote tournaments.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What about me? Can you hear me, mate? We're working on it. I'm hearing from the technical team. We're working on it. Oh, yeah, I can.
Perfect.
We think your volume might be down just on the phone. Can you hear me now, mate?
OBS.
You got us?
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Oh no. Okay.
I can't hear him in OBS.
Okay. Well, look. Hopefully we can.
I'll try.
Hopefully we can get it sorted. It might not be our first. It might not be our last interview. I was about to say with Liam O'Brien, though.
I can't hear.
Yeah, we might be interviewing him after the
audio
grand
sources.
final.
It's set up.
Okay, it's all right, mate. It's all right. Look, we will come back to Liam a little bit later on. Occasionally this happens. Again, playing tournaments remote. We don't have everybody in the studio here with us, but as I kind of mentioned right there, Liam O'Brien, we might be interviewing him a second time. We'll get the gremlins sorted out at this end, that's for sure, and at Liam's end. An impressive performance, nonetheless. We've had a couple of cameos throughout the Madden Europe Invitational, and it's time for yet another one, as we have a special message here, I believe, from another beloved member of the Madden community.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Lauren WKR and you are watching the Madden Europe Invitational. A city that I would love to visit in Europe, I would have to say Rome, Italy. I feel like the food would be absolutely amazing and hopefully one day I'm able to go there.
Okay, look, that is Lauren. Thank you for the shout out, Lauren. Absolute legend. Not the only Madden community royalty that we have with us here today. Obviously, this is too much action for one host to be able to commentate on his own, so I'm going to be rocking the desk. But with me, I've also got the absolutely legend Nick Mazesco, the voice of competitive Madden, and Cookie Boy, YouTube sensation, who will be joining me momentarily as we now shift our gaze to semifinal number 2 between two very familiar opponents. They're very good mates in real life. Matzo and Send 8 Be Great. Lads, unfortunately, we didn't get to speak with Liam there, but as I said, we might get him again a little bit later on.
Did you check the Wi-Fi routers at Allegiant? Like, are they on? Like, I know I'm a Cardinals season ticket holder. I get shoddy Wi-Fi at the seats.
The Raider Nation Wi-Fi is second to none. Okay, come on now. But yes,
it's like a misconnection between Derek Carr and Darren Waller. That's all I'm saying.
Look, never work with children. Oh, that's a low blow, Nick. Never work with children, animals, or Mazescos.
2-0. Stop it. You're 2-0. You're fine.
2-0. There will be chance for MVP in real life. But
wait, hold on. Let me just check in. Giants, how you guys doing over there?
Oh wow.
Next question.
So we got 2-0. We got 1-1, and we got also playing football.
There you go. There you go. Unbelievable, Nick.
The New York Little Giants out there.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Dude, run the annexation of Puerto Rico. Just get out there and do it. Come on.
I don't understand how you managed to kick me when I'm down. When we're not even down, we're 2-0, okay? You managed to take the 2-0 and flip it around and make it sound like the Raiders are bad. Those are two massive wins.
The Raiders are great. The Raiders are the best team in the first 9 weeks in the NFL. It's just that back half of the schedule. They're
like the Mets of football.
Yeah, 100%. Congratulations.
Great. American cricket jokes. You got to love it.
Hey.
I'm going to put my red pen away.
Thanks for bringing us on the broadcast, man. I can't wait to not do this in the future.
Right. Thanks a lot, Nick. Absolute legend. No, you guys will be back. I mean, this is just the first of many. A shame we didn't get to speak with Liam. As now you're going to, you're showing off the Darren Waller autograph.
I'll keep this on screen just to make you feel better. Here you go.
It's a beautiful helmet. Darren Waller's autograph. Man, he might be MVP if we keep this up. Absolutely phenomenal. But look,
if he gets 18 targets a game, he is.
He'll be my fantasy team MVP at this rate.
Wow. That's what I like to hear. So, semifinal, number 2. Send 8 Be Great. Greatest username of all time, potentially. It's got to be up there with Cookie Boy. I mean, it really does. But Matzo, the two of them are IRL mates. But there's no love lost when they compete, apparently. It's just like, I'm not your friend now. You're my enemy. I must destroy you. What are we looking forward to in this one?
This is going to be a little bit of a feeling out game. I'm interested to see how guys who it always seems like when you get players that know each other well, those games tend to be more low-scoring defensive battles, especially when you see, like, again, we've seen so many times in the MCS crew versus crew battles, they end up being like 10-3 ball games because you know exactly what they're running. I'm interested to see, I mean, in the player survey, Send 8 Be Great said he'd be in Panthers, which means we're going to see Bunch. But it's interesting to see Matzo say maybe the Chiefs playbook, which has a little bit of Bunch, but is more known for sort of the gun doubles action. I'm interested to see if we see something off meta from Matzo Cook as opposed to seeing Bunch on Bunch. But you got to think we're probably expecting some more Bunch action.
Yeah, I would not exactly cross my fingers and hope for the best in that situation. What I'm more so expecting from this game, for one, we'll see what the team selection is like, because we saw the Seahawks, we saw the Cardinals, we'll see, one of those teams perhaps. Maybe we'll see the Packers. And also, I'm curious to these guys, when's the last time they actually played Madden? They're friends, they play Madden a lot, but when's the last time they actually played? Because I doubt it's been since this bracket's been released.
Right.
Yeah, and Matzel, by the way, he said he wants a team with escape artists, which means probably going to see the Cardinals. I would guess outside of the Cardinals, like there's more escape artists, but Cardinals are the best team with escape artists. But I'm sorry. And then Send 8 said any team with gunslinger and slot apprentice wide receiver. Hey, Cook, how many teams have a slinger and a slot apprentice on their team in regs?
I'll give you one. The Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley, the greatest unvaccinated wide receiver in the history.
Right. Hair nearly as nice as myself and Up and Adam Gaming out there as well. It's a close third. But look, the Bills Mafia. Shout out to Buffalo K. He's going to be diving through tables if we see the Bills play here tonight. You raise a really good point though. These two players as well. We like to be an open book here. We like to keep it 100, as the kids say. We're both very vocal in really wanting to play with their mutt teams in this tournament. So you raise a really good point, Cookie Boy. I don't think these guys have played each other in regs maybe ever. So we might be witnessing history in the making right here as two good mates. I think the only time they've ever played each other in regs was back when they were maybe, at a sleepover or hanging out at each other's house on football Sunday.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, let's fire up the mat.
Stop looking at my controller. What play I'm choosing?
Yeah,
Like,
give me the
Don't
sticks.
be that guy.
Let's do this, right? And then there's all types of physical tolls that get taken as well. But look, I think it's going to be really, really interesting. They both wanted MUT. The tournament was in regs. It was done specifically that way for both accessibility reasons. We want anybody new to Madden watching in the European Union to look at it and be able to plug and play with the teams that they're seeing right here today. And MUT does take a little bit more getting used to, a little bit more of a grind, okay? But also just for accessibility in terms of like next man up and the backups. So they wanted MUT. It's going to be regs. That I think is going to be very interesting because it kind of levels the playing field a little bit.
Well, it will be interesting also in the sense of it's going to change your game plan a little bit because on regs on MUT right now, you've basically got 90 to 95 overall players at every position, barring a couple. It'll be interesting to see if they can implement their defensive game plans, especially without those top level defensive players at every single position and without 6 acrobats everywhere.
And also the speed differential because everybody has about level speed when it comes to wide receiver versus defensive backs. But in regs, let's say you use the Arizona Cardinals. They don't have Patrick Peterson. Their defensive backs, their cornerbacks are not exactly too high up there as opposed to, let's say you play Cardinals versus Cardinals and you got Rondale Moore and Andy Isabella going deep. So that could also be a key factor.
Isabella's got speed for days. And here we go. Send 8 be great. And Matzo getting
the same picture up twice.
Right, getting a look at each other right here. I know, except Matzo looks like he's got his game face on a little bit more than
Why did they change shirts between pictures? That is the same person. Do not lie to me.
They're real mates IRL. Just like the three of us. I mean, so like if there were Dave and Busters in the EU,
Let's go, round them up.
These would be where we'd go and hang out with them and have a few bevies and enjoy ourselves. So
popular stranger Mills, check in.
There we
check
go.
In for DMB.
Director check in.
Siege, where you at?
But look, so these lads will be hanging out in Dave and Busters. But Send 8 be great. I feel as though we should be playing bingo. Like, I wonder, will he actually send 8 ever? Like, is that it? Maybe does he do that on the first down, the first snap? And does Matzo expect
do it for the
that?
memes?
Gonna do it for the memes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the best strategy, but for the memes, I'm in 100%.
You bet. But look, it's going to be a very fierce contest. I can't stress that enough. Yes, they're mates, but the reason they're mates is they're both awesome at Madden and they both happen to be on the continent in the EU. But when they play each other, the gloves come off. There's going to be literally, I must destroy you moments right here. So rest assured, you're not going to see anybody holding back. And now both of them have to be, I'm worried. Cookie Ball, we spoke about this as well. They've got a risk here of maybe looking ahead to the final thinking, okay, I've got Liam, not Techers. I can take Liam, right? Maybe they're still thinking of him as an underdog, even though he just knocked off Techers.
No. If they watch that game, they are not thinking of Liam as an underdog. They are not doing their scouting report because you definitely want to watch the game, see your potential opponent. If they watch Liam's game, they know he's for real.
So not looking ahead here, focused purely on this game. We're moments away from kickoff in semi-final number 2 at the Madden Europe Invitational. It's going to be, I think, a high-octane affair. I agree with you that we could see low scoring. The crew-on-crew action, I'm with you there, Nick. However, I don't think it's going to be from lack of trying. I feel as though we're going to see him slinging it and maybe a lot of INTs, a lot of potential kind of deflections. It should be pretty good.
If you're seeing INTs, that means you're making bad reads. So I don't know why you got to insult those guys like this. I think these are 2 great Madden players who aren't going to throw them in.
It's not like me and Nick are playing.
If it was me and Cook, you'd be seeing 10 INTs, 9 for me. Cook threw 1 as a gift to Nick.
Of all of the game changers that I've met and played in person at capture events, Cookie is the best out of all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
9 interceptions thrown by me. I'm hosed.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
You're going to throw 10 on your own, Nick, because Cookie Boy is legit. Sorry.
He's trying to hustle me right now. That's what we're talking. He's trying to hustle me. He's like, why don't we just play? Like, oh, no, maybe we can play for $50 and see what happens. And then he just takes all my money.
No, don't let him. Don't fall for it. I mean, he had a very, very pleasant-looking man. don't fall for it. He's a shark. And sorry, Anto and KK. I mean, Cookie is the best. I hate to say it, but we are just.
I'm just here too. Is it because I insulted the Raiders that you're
yeah.
building up Cook?
Yes, Nick. That's exactly why.
Fair.
Exactly why. All right, don't make us pull out the turkey. All right, because I'll put that. I'll have production.
I would like to point out, who runs the Twitter? Because I don't think I didn't see that somebody put a turkey icon by my Cookie got a cook, and of course you got a monkey. I got a turkey icon. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the blasphemy, the slander on Twitter? Absolutely insulting.
No, nobody, nothing escapes your gaze. We are ready. Lads, semi-final number 2. I'm going to step away. Enjoy the match. Everybody at home, I'll leave you in the capable hands. Nick, Mazesco, and Cookie Boy.
I don't even want to call this anymore. Cookie, you got this. I got insulted on Twitter.
So, remember we talked about who has a gunslinger quarterback and a slot apprentice wide receiver?
Hey, what's that?
The
What's
Buffalo
that,
Bills?
What's up, Buffalo?
There they are against those Arizona Cardinals.
Uncalled for. How about a kickoff out of bounds to start things off? And great field position for Send 8 be great. Rocking those Buffalo Bills. Said he won a gunslinger and slot apprentice. Gets it with Josh Allen and Cole Beasley. Oh, and don't forget, you got a guy by the name of Stephon Diggs out there.
Yeah, I didn't mention Stephon Diggs as the slot apprentice wide receiver, but you'll be seeing plenty of Stephon Diggs. Don't worry.
All right, Zemo. I don't know why you got to, flame me in chat like that. I've watched Nick play Weekend League. He's not lying. Uncalled for. Listen, I don't need that sort of negativity in my life. How about interesting here? We're seeing this from Matzo's point of view. Rocking that 2-4-5 odd, setting up those audibles. You're starting to see people trying to find defense outside of the 3-3-5 wide. We've seen the 2-4-5 odd. We've seen Zan even come up with some game plans out of nickel triple.
Yeah, I mean, Zan can make a game plan out of anything, so I don't know exactly how much merit that has. Zan will make a game plan out of, 4-6 bear whenever he's bored or something. But, as you said, the 2-4-5 nickel odd, definitely one of the popular non-3-3-5 formations, so maybe we'll see the audibles from the 3-3-5 to the 2-4-5 odd could be a play. But I'm definitely curious to see, if these guys have any difference in their schemes. Looks like we got some gun bunches start off.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Zan here with my new field goal block defense. You can run this against anyone.
Hey, don't say that too lightly. Remember that one year, Madden, where we had the field goal offensive glitch?
First play of this second semifinal. It's a handoff to Singletary. Loss of 2 on the play. Try to get with that little inside zone split, and he probably should get out of that. Probably shouldn't run that one again.
Yeah, I think that's just to get the bunch off center there. So now you can really run your offense here. You see Stephon Diggs outside right next to Cole Beasley.
Allen back to pass and dumps it off underneath to Singletary once again. Again, very similar to Arizona. Cook, Buffalo, a lot of weapons at wide receiver, great quarterback. Halfback, not their strength.
Yeah, you have the choice basically between Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. In this situation, you're going to more than likely see Singletary all the way through. But offensively, you have an underrated tight end in Dawson Knox. You have Beasley, you have Emmanuel Sanders, and Stephon Diggs to throw the ball to.
By the way, big shout out to Liam Obbs in the chat saying GG's to Techers. Congratulations on your win, Liam. Can't wait to watch you in the finals. And can we talk? That's just an absolute book. That was a Stevie Reed. That's Buda Baker with the easiest interception of his career. And Send 8 be great. You can see him sitting there going, that was not the move.
Not the move at all, especially not to Buda Baker. Maybe Trump and Monkey was onto something when he said we might see a lot of interceptions.
Don't give him credit. We don't need to boost his ego anymore. Have you seen that hair? Now we could, again, we are so early in this game and we just saw a pick, but we do have the possibility, Cook. Arizona, I think far and away the best regs team. We could see both Arizona users possibly lose in the semis, and that would be, in my estimation, just a wild tournament from what I've seen from other regs tournaments.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary from Madden 22. We've seen the guy that you think's going to win, never pulls it out.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right. Upsets are aplenty here in Madden 22. By the way, how excited are you for the 9th year in a row of having a CJ Mosley flashback? Who's pumped for that?
With the same card art. I'm sure somebody won a giveaway for that one. It's like, wait, did I get a Madden 19?
Did I get a Madden 19 card? I saw CJ Mosley. I'm like, wasn't there? Because this is my first year doing MUT full time. And I'm like, is this? Did we have
that 2017 Week 8 performance was legendary.
Legendary. What a performance. What a performance.
When he becomes an ultimate legend, they'll still throw it back to that 2017 Week 8 when C.J. Mosley was actually Ray Lewis.
He was an absolute god. Gerber64 says, I have terrible service. Can't see stream, only chat. Am I missing a good game? You're missing the best game ever. It's still scoreless. But James Conner outside stretching for it.
Yeah, and that's that difference between James Conner and Chase Edmonds, to where Conner, he actually did not get the first down there.
He was reaching for it, though.
Spot. Yeah, he tried. So defensively, you'll see Micah Hyde. He's the main playmaker on this defense. But you got a lot of names like, well, actually, Tre'Davious White's the main playmaker out there. But you have him, you have Micah Hyde, you have Tremaine Edmonds in the middle. So this Bills defense, not exactly as stacked as the Cardinals defense in Madden, but they are definitely loaded.
Now, here's my question. There's somebody, I can't remember who did. Somebody posted, it might have been ESPN. Usually if there's a blasphemous take, it's ESPN. But they posted something. Is this that RPO that used to be busted? It's been fixed. But they posted, they were asking like, who's QBU? Which school is QBU? And they put down that Oklahoma has 3 quarterbacks right now. They said Kyler Murray, okay, Baker Mayfield,
Heisman
and
winners.
Jalen Hurts. And I went, I mean, he technically played his last year at Oklahoma. But I count him as an Alabama quarterback more than an Oklahoma quarterback. Anybody else?
Yeah, no, I mean, it depends on who you ask. Oh, that's not a penalty you want to take there.
What's up,
false
Rockets?
start.
No, this is semi
number
number 2.
Pre-snap.
Shout out to my guy Rockets. Semi number 2 here. Yeah, Rockets. I'm getting flashbacks. I got Cookie Boy here. Getting flashbacks to Dallas 2 years ago for that summer series.
That was fun. That was
a good
definitely
time.
fun.
That was when I was hanging out backstage and saw Cookie Boy eating a cookie, and I felt like I had seen everything. I was good. It was the magic moment as Murray rolling outside in trouble. Down goes Kyler as Johnson is in the backfield. Make a big play. 3rd and 26 now.
I'll tell you what, send 8, be great. Pretty much lived within a name there. He almost sent 8 on that play. He loves sending pressure, and 3rd down 26 is a perfect down to blitz.
I would like to point out, Plaintiff Fear said Kyler Murray whack, Jalen Hurts whack, Baker Mayfield goat. I was all mad at you, and then you said Baker Mayfield goat, and I was good with it. Delay fade picks up 27. Are you kidding me, friends? Are you kidding me? Chat, man up, the delay fade, please.
Yeah, that's just, the user was a bit off with Jordan Poyer, and it's just a mistake you cannot have in this high level of a game. 3rd down and 26, you got to be pretty much perfect. And, I mean, those delay fades.
And this RPO is glitchy. This RPO is so good. Nice little run for Kyler Murray, picking up 10.
It got passion. It's still really good, especially with Kyler Murray at the helm, of course.
Peacemaker says that would be like A&M claiming Murray for playing there his freshman year. Listen, I'm still claiming Joe Burrow as Ohio State. He played 3 years at Ohio State. You don't get 1 year at LSU and get to be an LSU quarterback. Come on. He threw like 14 passes. 1st and 10. Murray gives it to James Conner out of the pistol. Conner shaking off tackles like it's nothing, picking up 5.
So one small notice or detail that I noticed watching this Arizona Cardinals roster by Matzo as opposed to Techers is he has Darryl Daniels at the tight end spot, faster than Max Williams. Not better hands, not better route running, but faster. And of course, we talked about speed, always king.
That surprises me because I think Max Williams has better run blocking and running these RPOs and a lot of these run plays out of this, gun deuce close. I think you see Max Williams in right now. But you got Daniels at that second tight end. I think you'd want higher run block out there because he seems to want to with them.
On the delay fade, it was Daniels that ended up taking it all the way for that 3rd and 26.
Yes,
the trap can stop there.
Planisphere, yes, but you can man him up manually. And if you have if you've called a decent play, I'm staying in the middle of the field and not letting that delay fade beat me. 3rd and 4 as we'll go to the second quarter scoreless.
Easier said than done.
And I think you can update it now, right? You actually can man up the delay fade.
That would be nice.
Cap confirm.
Big play here. 3rd down and 4. This is, a potential 4-down territory thing, but if he loses yards, could be a field goal in play here.
Next gen. Just settle down, Cap. It's your boy. 3rd and 4. Play action. Kyler Murray to the flat. That's James Conner. Good tackle. Whoa, stood up at the 6-yard line. I don't think he has it. They give it to him. What a spot. Do we have the replacement refs out there?
Not quite, but it seems like we're like, oh, James Conner got the 1st down, 2nd down inches. No way he got that 1st and goal. And we see the single back deuce close here. That's an interesting, Deuce close at the gun, Deuce close out the single back. So definitely something he's comfortable in.
Yoshi's throwing those Cowboys emotes in chat. Cap, can you get him? Yeah, Big Cap check-in. Big Cap check-in. Yeah, there they are. There they are. I knew Cap wasn't going to miss on that one. You can't throw up those Cowboys emotes and not get the Eagles fan to clap back. Second and goal.
Yeah, the Cowboys with the red circle, the red cross. We won't say what the name of the email is, but just know it's an anti-Cowboys one, as we have James Conner.
Yeah, let's just say it's I am not a big fan of the Cowboys emote.
Yeah. So this run game is not exactly materializing out this single back Deuce close. So third down, I expect them to stick with it. It looks like he's going to try to go with that glitchy RPO one more time.
Lockdown Cypher, we're chilling. McDuggets, that sort of slander in chat will not be tolerated. Dude, don't make me come after you.
Here we go.
Kyler Murray, he's got speed. Mario Addison, you ain't catching. Kyler Murray to the end zone. First touchdown of the game off the turnover. Goes to Matzo.
Yeah, Mario Addison versus Kyler Murray. I don't think I'm taking Mario Addison in that one. That's the kindest way I can say that.
Just like that, 7-0. Took a lot of that first quarter. 3:57 left in the first half as the kick is away. And that is, of course, Reggie Gillum, who I only know because I think when the Superstars promo came out, I pulled 9,000 Reggie Gillums for fullback on my squad. So thanks to that, Reg.
Good to know. That's great to know. So, of course, after watching that long drive, many RPO runs with Kyler Murray, we haven't seen this Bills offense in a while since that interception.
And it was a bad interception. I know what a bad read looks like, Cook, and I make those. That was a bad read.
Yeah, it's like if I make that throw, it's not a good throw.
Did Send 8 just got 8 sent at him? Because that looked like the entire defense. That looked like the Mills blitz from 2 years ago.
And we have Matt Breida on the trail route on the reception there. So, interesting look.
Josh Allen, former Wyoming Cowboy at quarterback. He's got Singletary on his left hip. Diggs alone on the left side. Right side, of course, you got Cole Beasley, who's has that slot apprentice ability. You know that Send 8 wants to utilize that as, how about just a little, look like a smoke screen out there from Stephon Diggs, gets to the 41.
Yeah, not bad. I believe Stephon Diggs has the grab and go ability. So as far as running after the catch, that's pretty much as good as it gets. He also has the jukebox ability. And of course, Josh Allen with that gunslinger. A nice combination.
Left hash mark splits McKenzie out wide right. Allen back to pass. He's got the crosser if he wants him, and he wants him. That's Cole Beasley to the 35-yard line. And finally, a little bit of rhythm for Send 8 on offense.
Yeah, and you would think Deontay Thompson quick enough to keep up with Cole Beasley for a little bit, but those crossers on next gen, we've seen the user just cannot keep up all the way through.
I don't believe Breida is still the fastest. That's a right up the middle. Big defensive play. As that looked like Isaiah Simmons, his second-year player. Playersphere says Matt Breida was the fastest running back like 2 years ago. How's his speed in the game? He's still fast, but
I believe Mostert
is still the fastest.
Yeah. How about Isaiah Simmons up the middle there? Speaking of speed, Isaiah Simmons, that's 93 speed. And if he comes in unblocked, he's getting home.
That's true, Cap. That's true. Got to stay 6 feet away from Cole Beasley. 2-minute warning. McKenzie split off the bunch as Allen back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Quick throw. That's Knox with a catch, and he takes absolute lumber from Buda. Baker laying the heat.
He's looking to bake a fumble, and the recipe is Dawson Knox. That one hurts, but in Madden, you just shake it off onto the next play. And we're seeing Matzo, he's switching up the user between Deontay Thompson and, of course, Isaiah Simmons, as opposed to Teckers, who was pretty much primarily on Thompson.
Everyone who is asking about drops in the chat, I will say it once. Refresh, that should be a pick. That's Thompson with the pick. That's back-to-back bad reads. So I don't know what Send 8 thought was there, but there was no room as that's picked off by Jalen Thompson. Everybody's asking about drops. Check the title of the stream. If the title of the stream looks like it doesn't say anything, refresh it. See the updated title of the stream. You're welcome.
Shout out to Marcel. After I said he uses Deontay Thompson and Isaiah Simmons, he goes out and uses J.J. Watt on third down. That was obviously a mistake he got away with.
James Conner, nowhere to go left side. You got to think, if you're Send 8, you got to be taking some timeouts here, right?
Let's see if he runs that shoe clock, because let's see. He will not. He probably should have there, because I believe the Arizona Cardinals get the ball to start the second half. They've got everything at their disposal right now.
All right. See you later, Young Nasty. 2nd and 9.
We have Max Williams at that pseudo fullback position here. It looks like he's manually chewing clock. So he is taking the clock down, but first he wants to see what that defense looks like.
Uh-oh. Oh, dangerous throw. I think if you click on it, Jonathan, you have a chance to pick that off. Timeout taken by Send 8, 3rd and 5.
Well, I don't think he has the acrobat to make that interception, but that is just about what you'll take for Send 8. Be great. He gets a stop inbounds and the RPO.
Uh-oh, first down and slides. That was a conservative slide. I think if he cuts outside, Kyler Murray might still be running to the end zone.
Yeah, Kyler Murray didn't exactly have the angle there on Micah Hyde, and understandable with the game, the momentum that he has, that he's not going to exactly risk it in that situation.
How about little single back deuce close, going to little PA's shot play. Crosser, post route. There's no one there. I don't know. You can't actually see that, but I think I thought I saw Matzo think about throwing one of those. I thought I'd say, he's like, should I take the shot? Should I just do this one time? But he's just trying to get a big play here.
But then he looks over and he sees Send 8 pretty much send 8 into coverage, at least, if not 9 or 10.
My guy CJ Sauce in the chat. What's up, Sauce? 2nd and 10. 3
Could
seconds.
be the last play of the half here. It is.
And there's nobody there. See if he can't get things going with Murray. It was close, but we'll go to halftime. 7-0.
Hi, this is RG, and you're watching the Madden European Invitational. The place I want to visit to in Europe the most, I'm going to have to go with Rome. Love me some Italian food. Got to see what went down at the Colosseum. There it is. Boom.
That's the man right there, RG. RG coming in.
Loving these cameos, man. Loving my guy Anto, of course, has to do the most Anto thing possible. Kay in that new house, and Lauren had perhaps the coolest mouse pad I've ever seen.
All absolute legends in the Madden community. You know who else is legends? Everyone in the chat. Big shout out to you guys hanging out with us for the Madden Europe Invitational semifinal number 2. Liam waiting in the finals for the winner of this game, 7-0. And Cook, I gotta say, that was an incredibly conservative drive by Matzo to end the half. Didn't really even try to get into scoring range. That could come back to bite him if this game stays close.
I'll go a step further. You said conservative. That was nice. I'll say a mismanaged 2-minute drill because he did not really use any of his timeouts. He didn't even take a shot to the end zone on the final play. He ran with Kyler Murray and risked the fumbles. I would say that was completely mismanaged.
I mean, as a Giants fan, you've seen Joe Judge mismanage some drives, so I trust your judgment.
Oh, yeah. Jason Gary, he's the king of mismanagement.
But he claps real good. Yeah! Yes!
That's not too many reasons to clap lately.
Big Cap, thoughts on Jason Garrett? As that's a sack on 2nd down instead of a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and we see Kyler trying to escape, and Kyler hasn't exactly been able to leave the pocket. We've talked about all these quarterbacks with escape artists, but how often have we actually seen a quarterback escape? These defensive game plans have been stout.
Yeah, I mean, again, contain sort of the meta. I'm not saying contain works great, but they've done a really nice job with these hard flats on the outside, keeping the quarterback in the pocket. 3rd down and 18. Delay fade we saw pick up earlier. Murray trying to get outside. He is absolutely nowhere to go. Loss of 4. I think you got to punt this one away. I know the punters don't get a ton of use here, but here comes Andy Lee, former Cleveland Brown great.
Here we go. Andy Lee lines it up, trying to corner that one out of bounds, and it's a beautiful punt. Watch out. Almost hits a guy in the head. That was my best Pat McAfee like he did on Monday night.
Love it. 10 out of shout out to Pat McAfee. What do you think of the Manning bros? Are you a fan of watching them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, for one, Eli's my guy, but more importantly than anything else, it's just the average football acumen delivered by Peyton Manning on plays where he's goofing around is just
wild. It's wild.
Just bar none.
I mean, again, I'm just saying, like, I know they got this thing going on right now, but if you pair Peyton Manning off with a good play-by-play announcer, you got a Tony Romo style, absolute amazing color commentator right there. That's Knox. Oh, hit him with the spin cycle down to the 28-yard line.
Hey there, Dawson Knox on that delay fade. And speaking of delay fades, shout out to Planisphere in the chat. Yeah, that was a delay fade that was manned up on the previous 3rd down for the Arizona Cardinals with Matzo, and it worked.
1st and 10. We've seen 2 picks thrown by Send 8, and yet he's still in this game.
Yeah, and that's what we
Eli
talked
was
about, that
so
mismanagement, keeping the door open.
What was he? Becca says Eli was so good. I don't know about that. You look at his numbers. I don't think he was that good, but he was a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, man. That's all you got to say about Eli, man. You just drop the hardware on the table, walk away.
Put those 2 rings and stare at Tom Brady and go, what?
Yeah,
What?
and the weight of those rings beating the Patriots, they weigh a little bit more.
Allen back to pass on 2nd and 6 underneath for Breida. Up, hit him with the spin cycle.
Ah!
Byron Murphy laid the lumber. 3rd turnover for Send 8 as the absolute thunderous hit by the defense, and Matzo gets his 3rd takeaway.
Send 8's about to send 8 turnovers at this rate. But talking about those moves after the catch, that's what really burned Clef in the championship game of the kickoff tournament. He was trying to make those moves after the catch, and we saw that beast named John lay the lumber. Now we're seeing Matzel absolutely flatten that man for the turnover.
Handoff to James Conner. Hold on. It went away.
James Conner running a man over there. That's what you want to see when you got James Conner in the backfield. That's why you use him over Chase Edmonds. Power football.
Almost typed great spin. Yeah, it was almost a great spin. 1st and 10, Conner right up the middle.
A great SPI.
Okay, delete. The real Ant Long asks, is Eli Hall of Fame? Yeah, he's got 2 Super Bowls. He's got 2 Super Bowls. His last name is Manning. He's a Hall of Famer.
This Manning Bros show is going to put him in the Hall of Fame, if anything.
Yeah. Ooh, try to get to the delay fade. Just missed it as Max Williams picks up a 1st down.
Jordan Poyer's just not a fast enough user. He's just not going to get the job done out there. Buffalo Bills don't have too many better options, but Jordan Poyer, great to throw out in coverage. Not a great user in Madden.
1st down and 10 as we're nearing the 4th quarter here in the 2nd semifinal. Hawkins split off that single back deuce close. Absolute legendary formation in my CFM days. Stretch run to James Conner.
Nice cut inside there on the stretch. Got the defensive back to overshoot the gap. Levi Wallace. This should take us to the 4th quarter here. We should see better clock management.
Yeah, do not snap this ball. By the way, just in honor of Jaybird, we need to see a little halfback wham call. I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey, I think we'll just see more like glitchy RPOs down the wire.
Shout out to my guy Bobby V in the chat. What's up, Robert?
Bobby.
We got a little podcast coming up in a couple hours. You ready for that? You ready to talk some fast food, big boy? Working our way through our 64 fast food restaurant bracket to determine which one is the best of all time. We're in the 2nd round.
Yeah, whoever wins this game gets to face Liam in the finals, who we saw earlier. Oh, man, not another penalty. You just cannot have
the false start. Is that the too many audible false start?
Yeah, just doing a little bit too much pre-play right there. You got to know that you got a certain amount of changing the plays that you can do and stuff like that.
Ooh, and that one is not going to be caught. And Matzel, we've seen the pressure get to Matzel. He's gotten 3 turnovers. He's only up by 7. And you've got to think he's looking for a delay fade here on 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that was just not sharp because he had the check down right away at the snap of the play. Threw it too late to where the running back was already hugging the sidelines, couldn't turn upfield. And now a 3rd down and 12 where we haven't seen this offense be too explosive besides in those RPOs.
Drag route. Looking at playmaker. Oh, he threw right at him. Oh, that could have been a pick. It's going to be 4th and 12 instead.
So here's the one thing Jordan Poyer can do well as a user. He can break passes up. He's a big safety. You're not going to make easy catches on him. The receiver's holding his hands out, like the tight end. Like, why did I not make that catch? Well, you're like a 66 overall tight end going against Jordan Poyer.
I'd like to point out Bobby V came in and said, I don't know whether to say good afternoon or good evening. Says 8 o'clock. Quad came in, says it's 8 p.m. in Central Europe. Bobby says it's 2:30 here. Ready for this, Bobby? It's 11:30 in the morning in Phoenix. So you can say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. You'll hit somebody.
Oh, man. 4th down and 12, offense on the field. Man.
Interesting call.
Got to do it, though.
You have to, and your defense has played absolutely stellar. So, you know.
Maybe we'll take a delay game and punt the ball then. He second thought it. He maybe wanted to check out the defense and look. You lose 5 yards in the punt. Not the biggest deal in the world. As we have Andy Lee once again had a beauty the first time around. He lines it up for the corner, and it's better than the last one.
Listen, we got to give those special teamers some love. Shout out to Pat McAfee.
Yeah, talk about flipping the field position. You go from the 37, you punt it from close to midfield like that. You put them pretty much at their own 10-yard line for the bread, 4:44 remaining. You can get some big chunk plays, but thanks to that punt, you still got a long ways to go.
Rockets, this game has more punts than, that entire MC. We didn't see a single punt in the ultimate kickoff, and we've had 3 in this game. Josh Allen has a man open over the middle. It's Cole Beasley. He caught that and COVID to the 38-yard line.
Hey, Cole Beasley with that slot apprentice, and we have some no huddle here. Send 8 trying to put the pressure on this drive.
Allen back to pass 4-14 and counting. Underneath, that's Matt Breida, former San Francisco 49er, out of bounds to the 45-yard line.
Former Miami Dolphin. That time, Cardinals, when Matzo tried to send the pressure, absolutely did not work. And, of course, Sende has more than enough time to go through his reads and realize, oh, hey, Matt Breida, you're wide open.
Yeah, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah, maybe not going to spin this time, though.
1st and 10, already over midfield, but we've seen 3 turnovers inside the 50-yard line from Send 8. Can he refrain from being
Pressure
a baker
again.
and sending turnovers? Oh, he's lucky that wasn't a fumble. Send 8. I mean, getting screamed at out of that pinch, too.
Yeah, pressure off the backside there, unblocked man. I think the gunslinger might save them from getting sacked or turning it over in that situation. And we got another barn burner. Everybody in the chat's lighting it up. Yeah,
Who you got winning?
2 close games.
Who you got winning? Give me a 1 in the chat for Matzel. Give me a 2 in the chat for Send 8. Can Send 8 complete the comeback?
Can Send 8 score points?
That's a fair question. That's a fair first question. How about delay fade to Knox? And Knox just wanted his weaving, avoids the missed hit stick to the 21-yard line. Another first down for Send 8.
Pressure almost got there, but of course that darn delay fade got him. But here we go. The red zone, this is where things tighten up offensively in that bunch offense. And of course, you need 7 on this drive. And we need to get the snap ball. There we go.
Allen back to pass. Using that clock. Rolling left. He's got square. He's going to find square. That's Stephon Diggs. First time Diggs has a catch in this game. Near the first down marker. They'll call it 2nd and short.
That was a very Josh Allen-esque play. Run around. Well, Stephon Diggs is out there somewhere. There he is.
A lot of 1s in the chat. A lot of people riding with Matzel. That 7-0 lead. 3-12 and counting. Allen back to pass. Look at left side. Got him. Cole Beasley. Slot apprentice to the end zone for Send 8. He might have turned the ball over 3 times, but he is able to find the end zone on this, his 4th drive.
Hey, we need to see some 2s in that chat after that pass. I would have loved it if Send 8 went for 2 to score 8 points just to live up to the name. Send 8, score 8.
CJ, I'm sorry, man. I don't have any control over the giveaways or the drops right now. I'm just here yelling over the game. That's all I got, man. Me and Cook have no power here.
Yeah, we can, pretend that we're dropping something, but
Yeah, I mean, next time a receiver drops something, I'll call it out for you guys. That's all I got as a return to the 19-yard line. Matzel back on offense, 7 apiece. This seems like a game so far of missed opportunities for Matzel. 3 turnovers forced, only 7 points off of them.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all game where Matzo has left the door open. You cannot leave the door open in a game like this because someone will slam it open and run right through, eat all your food, and have a great time.
Hand off to Connor. Interesting, we've seen in this game, Matzel kind of go away from those RPOs. It's been a lot of handoffs, a lot of those speed options out of pistol, but we haven't seen a lot of shotgun RPO action in this one.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure why, because Sende has not shown a way to stop it, as Kyler once again is stopped in that middle on the speed option.
Are we watching? Is this NCAA 24 back out? Are we ready for it? Who's excited for the NCAA coming out, by the way? Who's
Show of hands, everyone.
My hand's up. My hand is up. You can't see it, but it's up.
How about if you're not ready for it? Show of hands.
All right, cool. You don't like football? Get out of my chat. 3rd and 4. 2:26 and counting. Again, another snap early in this clock. He'll look underneath. That's Chase Edmonds wide open. Nobody there. Don't know where the hooks were, but that was too easy for Matzel to pick up a first down.
Yeah, a couple defenders on that curl route with Christian Kirk. You see Chase Edmonds does not have that breakaway speed to where the defender is able to make that shoestring tackle. It keeps it in bounds, which is good for Matzel. He'll take this at a 2-minute warning and try to set him up for a money drive with no time remaining.
CJ, it's the wrong one. It's exclamation claim Derwin token. Exclamation claim Derwin token in the chat.
Somewhere.
2-minute warning. 7 apiece. Anybody want that Derwin token? Who's up for Derwin?
Yeah, Derwin versus the world. Right now, Derwin is taking on the world of the NFL. Good to see him back.
Yeah, by the way, that Chargers defense looks significantly better with Derwin James out there.
Yeah, definitely working that middle of the field. But unfortunately, they lost Kenan Murray.
Yeah. By the way, these two guys, Matzel's favorite team, he's a Packers fan, so he's feeling a little better after the team got it together second half against the Lions last night, or Monday night. And then Sendate's a Broncos fan. He said Super Bowl 50 was his first football game he watched, and Von Miller became his favorite player. Von's a pretty good player to have as your favorite. He's an absolute stud.
Yeah, had 2 sacks against my Giants as Kyler coasted that first down. Sendate, pretty disappointed in that play. Maybe thinking about a fumble in that situation as we have some chew clock on.
Oh, he's confident right now. 3rd and short. Out of the bunch, handoff to Edmonds to get the first down and a big gain. Past midfield with 33 seconds left.
So let's think about who the kicker is on the Arizona Cardinals. Matt Prater, a bomb of a leg, 98 kick power. He might be able to hit a 62-yarder in this situation, but
let's point out, he hit a 61-yarder against the Vikings.
But let me tell you about the Buffalo Bills home field advantage.
Oh, what's
it
that?
affects kicking.
Oh, no. Look out for that crosser downfield. He wants it. He's got a delay fade. Maxwood, he's not going to need a big leg. That one's too easy to the 25-yard line. Give him 23. And Matzo might have just sealed this game.
Yeah, I think he's not even going to call us timeouts. We're going to see an iced kick. But this is not going to be an easy kick because the Buffalo Bills, their home field advantage, the kicking meter moves erratically. You see away team's kicking arc moves erratically. Cardinals, away team, Matt Prater, great boot. But does he have the accuracy? Does he have the ice in his veins?
And it will be iced. You got to think.
These ice kicks are hard as it is without this home field advantage. I would not want to be in Matzel's position.
A kick for a spot in the finals, just slightly off center. Matt Prater from the 25-yard line, a 42-yard kick. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is game. Matzel is on to the finals.
Oh, man, the emotion, Sende. He knows how close he was. He made the comeback, but ultimately Matzel, he's able to pull it through. And I was talking about how this kick is going to be a scary kick. Matzel, 1, 2, 3, boom, like nothing was happening.
Hi, this is Buffalo K, and you're watching the Madden Europe Invitational. The city I'd most like to visit in Europe is Stockholm, Sweden. It just seems like the most picturesque place in the world, either in the summertime or in the wintertime around the holidays.
Well, I am terribly sorry, Buffalo K, but Stockholm, Sweden does not allow cheaters within their borders, so you are not welcome. Let's speak about getting cheated, though. Ice kick to win it, Matzel at the end there, and you called it. 10-7 finish, Nick. Phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Matzel, I am nervous going into this final. I know that he knows Sendate well. I feel like that kind of played into why he was able to play such good defense. But if I go out of a game, I forced 3 turnovers, and I only put 10 points on the board. I had a drive before the end of the half that I mismanaged, wasn't able to get points. You got the win. That's all that matters. You had more points at the end of the game. But I'm concerned going into this final because I don't think Matzel played very well in this game to only win by 3 when he had a +3 turnover advantage.
Yeah, I mean, is that going to be good enough to win the championship? That play? I don't think so. Not after what we saw in the first game. But he's here. He's got a chance.
Right.
You just got to get there. That's all that matters. You just got to get there. And he got
Do you feel like maybe, I mean, the expression is sandbagging, right? Maybe he was holding back just a little bit. Maybe not showing his full hand, knowing full well that the keen eye of one Liam O'Brien, as RG would say, boom, not to be messed with, was watching. Maybe he's hiding some of his better plays. What do you think?
It's possible. Just the game plan going in wasn't great. It was a lot of speed options out of pistol, a lot of sort of off tackle runs with Chase Edmonds. I mean, I don't know. I watched that game and I didn't love the game plan going in. Is it possible? But why risk it? Why you can't get to the finals and win a championship if you don't get there. So I wouldn't be bringing a C team plan. I'd be bringing my A plan. I just didn't like how he utilized the weapons that he has on that squad. I felt like it was very pedestrian.
Very James Conner central, eh?
Yeah. Big shout out to shout out to James Conner, a great story, but nobody looks at him in Madden and goes, oh, hell yeah, we got James Conner. We're good. Let's go.
Yeah, we're shooting James Conner like Derrick Henry.
I
Might
mean,
as
he
well
took.
use the
I mean, what?
Titans.
He probably took 4 sacks with Kyler Murray with Escape
Right.
Artist. He took a ton of sacks with a guy who you should be out there just blazing the defense.
So it's a Jason Garrett game plan, is what you're saying. Sorry, Cookie. But I heard the Kepi comment as well over the airwaves. But nonetheless, it has to be said, I think what we've seen is 2 pretty entertaining semifinals. Like I thought they were great, and in terms of literally just banging the table for European Madden. I do want to give a shout out to the 2 contestants who are heading home. It feels a little bit like Eurovision, right? The 2 contestants that are heading home in Techers and, of course, Send 8 Be Great for stepping up and putting on a show. But, yeah, now we have our 2 finalists. We've got Liam O'Brien versus Matzo. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal to see who gets to lift the crown. And I feel as though we are going to see something a little bit different from Matzo. He strikes me anyway as definitely kind of getting some Bond villain vibes there. You know, he's got an evil master plan that we're only just scratching the surface. And Liam O'Brien, on the other hand, coming from the UK as well, our James Bond in this scenario, 007, is going to have to try and unravel the plan and take full advantage of it. What do you think is going through their heads right now?
I mean, I think in this time you're probably just trying to recenter yourself. In my opinion, I'd rather be Liam right now, who got to win his game and then scout a little bit. But if you're a rhythm player, you really like where Matzel is, which is you just get to hop back into another one. One thing I will say, I am impressed not just by the talent that we've seen here in the Madden Europe Invitational, but how about the defense we've seen, Cook? This is a game that is not defense friendly. This is a game where we're seeing 40, 50 points being put up in mud head-to-head games. These guys come out in regs where there's a much bigger speed differential, where you've got weapons out there, and these guys are playing phenomenal defense, not letting the big play beat them, and making these guys grind out drives, and that is an exhausting way to play Madden.
Yeah, and it's not good defense where it's like, oh, the offense is bad. This is good defense where it's good defense, and you see the adjustments on the adjustments on the adjustments, the big brain plays that makes the great Madden players great. We're seeing throughout this tournament.
Big brain plays. That's what we love to see. Now, some good news. We figured out the gremlins with Liam O'Brien, so we will finally, we hope we will finally have him on the interview. Of course, we will be interviewing the winner of semifinal number 2, Matzo, coming up shortly. So, lads, we have a very brief intermission, and then you are back on the mics for the grand final. So, once again, go get your fluids. Go do what you got to do. Nick, put on the turkey outfit. Cookie, don't change a bit. You're perfect. And we will.
Hey, Ben, we're going to need you, bud. I'm out of here. I'm not going to get insulted anymore. I'm done. See ya.
Subs, Fend is up. Dude, actually, just a shout out to Fend. He is, as you've seen when we run an online tournament, no matter, look, best laid plans of mice and men, to quote Gutfox. We've seen the gremlins in the machine. Fendler is the backup, which means he's sitting there watching these 2 pros go to work. The understudy, the classic understudy, watching them work, watching, learning. But Fen, shout out to you as well, mate. We hope, something happens to Nick most expeditiously. I'm kidding, mate. We love you, Nick. It is time to move on to our interviews. We'll see you after the intermission, you handsome devils, you. Nick does not look very happy there. However, we are now going to be having an interview any moment with the winner of semi-final number 2. That is Matzo, 1904, and a brilliant game that he just had. Here he is. Matzo, we're just waiting for the live feed. There he is. Mate, can you hear me? The most important question.
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, thank the beautiful, beautiful Al Davis above us watching Go Raider Nation. Listen, congratulations. It's never easy beating a mate in a semifinal on the big stage. But look, what does it mean for you to, first of all, just be playing in the Madden Europe Invitational?
It means a lot, man, because it's a tournament with 4 of the best players in Europe, I guess. Techers, the club champ, the only European who ever reached something in the MCS. And me and Send 8, we are maybe the best German. I don't know who's better than we both, but yeah, it's it's cool.
What?
And Liam does a great job, man, beating Techers, of course.
Out of nowhere as well, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And look, how did you prepare? I've already mentioned, just so you know, I mentioned to everybody at home that you and of course Sendate both wanted to play in Mutt. You wanted your Mutt teams. We forced you into playing regs. We're very, very evil. I'm sorry about that, but you both played brilliantly. How did you prepare for the Madden Europe Invitational?
I played some matches with another friend. Greetings to him, Max. He's watching right now. And we played some regs matches. And I used the offense that I don't use right now because it was some glitchy stuff. And I'm happy to beat Sand 8 with... he was a little bit unlucky with the fumble, but after all, I think it was a slobber knocker, and I was maybe the better one, maybe the luckier one.
Well, that is very, very gracious of you to say. Look, Nick called it. He said, crew on crew games, it's always going to be close. But tell the folks at home, are you still going to go for beers together? Are you still going to go to Oktoberfest? Still going to hang out? Still going to be friends after this game, I hope?
Yeah, of course. Maybe I meet Felix and we go to the Schalke 04 versus Hamburger SV football game.
Oh, nice. I love to hear it. All right. And then final question, what message, because a lot of Europeans who've maybe never seen Madden before are watching tonight, what message would you have for would-be European Madden competitive players?
Stick to the game and train and playing. It's... You get better if you play all day, and it's if you train, you get better, and you have to stuck on the game. So
get grinding, in other words. Well,
you grind. Yeah,
that is absolutely brilliant, Matzo. Congrats on winning semifinal number 2. You're going to be playing Liam in the final after a very brief intermission. You guys will be going to do the virtual coin toss momentarily. Good luck. We might be interviewing you again in about an hour or so. You never know. Congrats on semifinal number 2 win, though, mate, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you.
Superb. Well, we also have a makeup interview, which is going to be coming shortly. If you are just joining us, semifinal number 1. Earlier tonight, we saw a latecomer to the tournament who was a backup for a backup. That's Liam O'Brien, the professional international cricket player for England. Come in, join the tournament as very much the underdog, taking on the number 1 seeded Techers, who has won a club championship before, as we just heard. And we nearly had him on an interview. We had the image, but he could not hear us. But now, tell me, Liam, that you can hear this Aussie accent, which I hope isn't too offensive to an Englishman.
I can't. I'm joking. I got you.
Snap!
Let's go.
Oh, in the words of the other greatest Englishman of all time, oh, behave. All right, Liam, mate, we finally got you on the interview. First of all, a heartfelt thank you for the late call-up. I mean, if this happens in cricket terms, you're getting a call-up, you're getting put on the plane, flown out to the test match. You got the call-up this week, so thank you very much for being available. Like, what does it mean for you personally to be playing in the Madden Europe Invitational?
Look, I'll be honest. I've been looking for something to prove my kind of worth for ages. I've called myself the number 1 in the UK on my YouTube channel, which I'm going to plug. Make sure you plug it. It's Liam Olds 123. But look, I've started Madden in Madden 20. I started playing Madden to learn the rules of NFL. So when Techers won his club championship, I didn't even know any rules about American football. And I've come in and I've taken over. So I'm just proud of myself. And it shows that if there's any new starters out there trying to get into Madden, you don't have to worry about watching all these YouTube glitch plays. Just learn the routes, learn the game, and you'll do well.
What a beautiful, wholesome message. This was one of the reasons why we went with regs for the tournament. It's an accessibility point of view. We want any EU players watching to know that they can download, maybe do it over the trial weekend, for example, for free. Just plug and play and use their team. That's absolutely awesome. So, mate, on short notice, right? Because we only befriended you this past few days, past 48 hours. How did you prepare for the tournament?
I haven't prepared.
Oh, God.
So obviously I found out really late, and like you don't even know this, but I'm missing I'm supposed to be at a show right now at a theatre, like watching a comedian. So I'm supposed to be out watching a show, and I've had to give my tickets. Basically, I said to my mum, if I win the semi, you can have my tickets and go. So my whole family's gone and watching this comedian, and I'm coming here hopefully to beat Matzo.
Okay, but I know most English comedians. So who are you missing out on though?
Nah, it's an American. It's a geezer called Paul Zerdin. He was in like America's Got Talent doing like ventriloquism, and he's like one of my favorite acts. So
okay,
yeah. But
right,
look,
I mean,
look,
because
if it was to do something like this for ages.
There you go. I was
my
gonna say,
YouTube channel
if it was
is
Jimmy,
built towards
if it was
content,
Jimmy
so
Carr,
it's
you were
like-
winning. Yeah, definitely. But no,
Yeah.
well, I'm glad to hear that you were looking forward to it. It's brilliant. We hope that this will be the first of many Madden licensed official events here on the continent as well. Fingers crossed. And don't worry, Nick and Cookie Boy will be plugging the YouTube. I'm even going to throw this out there and say I think Cookie Boy has to do a collab with you. Just has to. I'm looking over at Cookie Boy's cam right there. I'm getting in trouble. All right, but listen, there has to be a collab going there. And I feel as though this is a BBC or a Sports Illustrated article just waiting to be written right here. But then let's wrap up on this, because we might be speaking to you or Matzo after the grand final. What message would you have for exactly same question I gave Matzo there? What message would you have for would-be Madden players, maybe EU-based Madden players that are seeing this for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, just get involved. I mean, American football as a sport is amazing to watch, and the thing I love doing is watching the Patriots or watching the Sunday night games and then jumping straight onto Madden afterwards and playing the game, and it's a great buzz. So definitely get involved. But I should be speaking to you in 45 minutes, an hour or so. So we'll catch up then. I'm fingers crossed.
I love it. Backing yourself to win the grand final, mate. No matter what, you've no doubt won a few hearts and minds here already, which is absolutely awesome. Turn some heads. Okay, so semifinal win number 1 with Tekers was great. I saw the message in the competitors' Discord chat as well. Tekers, the consummate professional, totally good bloke, which was brilliant. And hey, I don't even think we made a single baseball or American cricket pun yet, so we'll have to try and work that into the commentary. Nick, if you can get cracking. Liam, have an awesome intermission. Get ready for the final, and we'll see you on the sticks in a few minutes.
Perfect. Look, I really appreciate it. I'll speak to you soon, boys.
Brilliant. Well, there you go. We finally got our interview with Liam. He trolled me something fierce at the beginning of that interview. I'm so glad we could hear him. That was great. 2 would-be champions, definitely the hearts of champions in Matzo and Liam O'Brien. And hopefully what we have is an absolutely incredible grand final for the Madden Europe Invitational. But before the intermission, we have another special cameo. Some say we were separated at birth. I'll let you be the judge.
Hey, this is Up and Adam, and you are watching the Madden Europe Invitational. The city in Europe that I want to visit the most has to be Rome. That is where my grandparents were born and were raised, so it would be really cool to go and see their hometown and get a feel for how they live. Enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
There you have it, and I want to give a shout out. There are several hundred Italian Madden players watching as well. That is the third. We're not even done with the cameos. That is the third Rome shout out that we've had from the cameos so far, which is absolutely awesome. That was our good boy Adam. You can catch him on Twitch regularly, drinking maple syrup and dominating menus. And trying to play head-to-head. No slide intended. So listen, we have an intermission coming up. It's going to be a very brief one, roughly 7 minutes. We're just going to get the virtual coin toss done, let Nick and Cookie Boy powder their noses, get refreshed, come back out. After the intermission, we will be announcing the winners of our giveaways, 6 regular winners, 2 dump truck winners, and we will be drawing those during the intermission. So keep your eye on chat. And then we have the final, the grand final between Liam O'Brien and Matzo to determine who will be the Madden King of Europe. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Doing my own thing, yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. doing my own thing, yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again.
finger, dizzy from being spun, hung on every word, yeah, every single one. So this is not for na-na, promise to say oh na-na-na, have all bad days oh na-na-na, I'm hard to love oh na-na-na, God knows I need you oh na-na-na, and when push comes to shove, forever is never enough. I'm with you and don't fall apart. You make me feel like I have a higher beauty is my my kryptonite. I don't wanna go another night. And when push comes to shove, forever is never enough. So this is my phone,
Dan here, and you are watching the Madden Europe Invitational. The city in Europe that I'd most like to visit is actually Prague in the Czech Republic. And the reason that I want to go there is I was able to go there as a senior in high school, and I actually have my passport stolen. So I'd like to go back and get those memories and get them going the correct direction next time. All in all, the city was beautiful. I loved it there, and I would love to see it again. Best of luck to you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Madden Europe Invitational. Excited and delighted to have you here with us for what is going to be a truly epic grand final, whether you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, from the Emerald Isle to the UK to Germany, all the way down to Italia. We've had a fantastic first half of the show. 4 fierce competitors fighting to be crowned the Madden King of Europe. But as is dictated by European law and Highlander, the awesome 80s movie, there can be only one king who's going to be taking home the trophy and the crown. I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to EA, the NFL, our sponsors Printify, of course, the amazing promotional partners, the OG Network, all of you wonderful people watching at home. Fantastic commentators, Nick and Cookie Boy, absolutely killing it, and our 4 fierce competitors. And it sounds as though, Zan actually, we really need to make it up to him as well. Snacks lost an Xbox in London, and Zan lost a passport in Prague, but very good to hear from him. Now, these are the 4 players, the competitors you have been watching. Liam O'Brien is through to the grand final. So is Matzo. However, Techers was beaten by Liam in semifinal number 1, and we just saw Send 8 Be Great get knocked off by his very good mate IRL Matzo. And here is the bracket. Those are the score lines, exactly how it went down. And so we have our 2 finalists here. Liam O'Brien, or Liam Obbs 123 versus Matzo 1904, his full screen name, but Matzo. And of course, what are they playing for? Well, the winner is going to get their very own swag bag. Team of choice from NFL Shop Europe, the snapback cap, the pullover hoodie, the jersey. We obviously showed the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and of course, Gabby made us do that and made us show Brady. But they get to pick whichever team they want, okay? They could go with the silver and black Raiders. They could go with Big Blue, the Giants, whichever team they want. Or they could even mix and match. But that's not all that they're playing for. These 4 fierce competitors are fighting for the first ever Madden Europe Invitational trophy. This piece of silverware right here will be delivered via courier to the winner in the coming days. You, the Madden community, voted on Twitter for the nickname, and you decided to call it the Crown. And it also got leaked that we're even looking into getting a crown. The MCS has the belt. The NFL has their rings. Well, I think that Madden tournaments in Europe should have a crown. So we've actually spoken to a crown maker. That's a real job. That's a real thing here in Europe. People make crowns for a living. And people are going to play Madden competitively for a living here on the continent. Now, we've had a few amazing cameos throughout the evening if you've been watching. And we have yet another famed member of the Madden community, one of my personal favorites. And I've already seen the video, and I don't quite believe him that this is his favorite destination. But let's have a listen to J-Dub right now.
Hey, this is J-Dub, and you're watching the Europe Invitational. The place I want to visit the most in Europe would be the Swiss Alps. I hear it's beautiful. From the pictures I see, it looks beautiful, and the skiing and mountain biking is great. Enjoy the tournament.
So J-Dub wants to visit the Swiss Alps. Sure, plenty of coffee and trees to be had there. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we showed you the amazing trophy. We showed you the amazing prizes. But that isn't the only loot. Of course, we have some giveaways, and we have giveaway winners to announce, starting with AJ Boye. The flashbacks from today. Our two winners there, Jay Duble and Katie Lake, are going to be taking home the Boye card. CJ Mosley looking pretty savage there as well. Middle linebackers are people too. Gostix and Viala 86 are going to be taking home the Mosley. And there is Cam, both Panthers and Pats theme team. I bet Liam O'Brien loves this one. Croft Daddy 77 and Cap 75 will be taking home the Cam. And our two dump truck winners, because we got to double the giveaways, because there is an issue with the drops, unfortunately. SuperTech 18412 and BT 4200 are your dump truck winners. We will be contacting you via Whispers very, very shortly to confirm all of your details so that you can win these epic giveaway items. Shout out to EA and the team for making that possible here. Some pretty cool swag. I gotta tell you that Cam does look good though. Up to 89 speed on a theme team. Boye's gonna get up to potentially with the right strat items. 93 speed right there. And CJ Mosley, not bad. Middle linebackers, I get it, but I still use her with middle linebackers. We heard from J-Dub. We've heard some amazing cameos throughout the evening. However, that's not the only Madden royalty that we have. I'm joined once again by our amazing commentators, Nick Mazesco, who I was a little bit mean to before the intermission. I'm sorry, Nick. I hope I can make it up to you with some Dave & Buster's beers at some point, mate. And Cookie Boy, YouTube sensation. Welcome back, lads. Are you rested? Are you ready to go? Are you still angry at me, Nick?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, the beast mode. Raider Nation.
I just gotta check my eyes, man. Are you guys giving away a Madden 20 CJ Mosley? Was that right? Wait, sorry.
That was Madden 18.
Sorry.
A Madden 18 CJ Mosley. Yes, we are. That's right, Cookie Boy. No, but it will be for Madden 22 Ultimate Team. Those items will be arriving. Hey, congrats to the giveaway winners.
I just gotta stop you for one second. Robert Rose in the chat says, Nick, help us with the work in progress drops. I just call games for EA. I don't have the computer behind me to hit buttons. I can't tell you. My Twitter DMs are filled with people release a better card. What do you want me to do about it? If it was me in charge, it'd be only Browns items the whole time. You're welcome.
There'd be a Brownie the Elf in-game player item as well.
Absolutely.
Just
the Browns
non-stop.
drum line would have a card, and they'd be playing out there at defensive back. Let's go.
So, lads, who do we think? I'm going to ask you to pick them, and then we'll get into the analytics. Who do you think is taking home the hardware here today? The first ever Madden Europe Invitational Trophy, a.k.a. the crown.
First of all, Bobby V said, Nick fixed my drops during the intermission. You better stop that slander right now. You know my DMs are ruined now. Listen, if it's based, we can only go based on what we've seen here in the tournament. We can only go based on their play. And by that, I like Liam. Not only did he have the bigger win, taking down Techers, who was the overwhelming favorite in this tournament, a club champion who, by the way, won that club championship by taking down an MCS belt winner in Ghost. This is somebody who is well decorated in the Madden community. And Liam was able to go down and win that game. Not only won that game, played sound defense, played a really nice offensive strategy, took what the defense gave him. And he got to spend this entire second game scouting, which I think is an advantage getting through that first game with a win. So I like Liam to win this one.
Yeah, and what we saw from Matzo in the second game, it feels like he's trying to force this run-first approach, which is his personal preference to run the ball more. But as we know, Madden 22, you can really air that ball out. And if you really want to run the ball to Arizona Cardinals, probably not your team to do that. So I would also lean towards Liam.
I want the whole chat deleted right now.
Right. And if anybody,
emote only.
For anybody who missed it, these are your two competitors in the final. We just saw them both on interviews, which was absolutely brilliant. Liam O'Brien, aka Liam Obs123, and Marcel Blumenrath, Matzo 1904. Your two gladiators. It's the finals. The first Madden King of Europe is literally about to lift the crown. This is absolutely as big as it gets. There's never been a Madden Europe Invitational before. This is the first of its kind. One of them is about to make history here. This is going to be absolutely huge. What are you looking for from a strategic perspective? Cookie Boy, you started to touch on it. We have a game. You guys are ready. You don't even need to speculate. I'm handing you the mics. Good luck, fellas. I'll see you on the other side.
Appreciate it. Just for everybody in the chat, if you want to DM me for those drops, my Twitter is at Estonian_Raider. Make sure you hit me up. We got our final here of the Madden Europe Invitational. Listen, we might have 100 more of these, but there can only be one first winner. It is Matzo taking on Liam Cook. Two very different semifinals going into this one. It sort of felt like one of them, Liam had rhythm, had emotion, had a lot going in. Matzo had struggles in his game, but did force 3 turnovers. What are you looking for from this game?
So one corner, we got Matzo, the run-first player, the body double of Sunday Be Great, the madman Matzo. He's got those Arizona Cardinals. On the other side of the spectrum, we got Liam, the Jonas brother replacement, according to the chat. The Batman of cricket. That's an actual nickname he has because of how he plays cricket at day and Madden at night. He's got Russell Wilson in those Seattle Seahawks. He was airing the ball out in those corners with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Could see two totally different play styles collide.
Matzo back with those Cardinals, but it will be Liam and the Seahawks with the ball first. Chris Carson fighting through tackles. Interesting here, Cook. We got a battle of the two extremes. We have the youngest player at 22 years old in Liam O'Brien taking on the oldest player in the Madden Invitational, Matzo at 31. This is a battle of polar opposites.
Yeah, and of course, Liam has only been playing Madden the past couple of years. Started in Madden 20. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the spectrum, Matzo been playing since Madden 25. But Liam looks as experienced as anybody out there so far.
1st and 10. Russell Wilson out of the bunch. Dropping back to pass. Looking, delay fade. Who else? Gerald Everett past the first down marker. 50 to the 45-yard line, down to the 43. Those delay fades have been the story here of the Madden Europe Invitational.
Of course. And here we go with the no huddle. Let's see just how much Matzo was prepared for potential trips, potential RPO out of trips. Right now, we're just seeing the flip of the gun bunch, but we expect to see that trips over time.
5-man rush, quick throw outside. DK Metcalf to the 36-yard line. Picking up 7. Liam picking up right where he left off.
A little bit of bench pivot there. Gotta love those out routes. That's something that Liam was going to throughout his game against Techers. If you leave that outside wide open, he will take it for the quick yardage. A gain of 7, and Liam picking up right where he left off from the previous game. Free play.
Free play. I'd be chucking this up to square. Why not? Or take a sack. Okay, well, that's an interesting choice. By the way, we haven't talked about it yet, Cook, but this is sort of monumental. This is a return to the Madden 19 Club Championships. First time we've been back in the booth together since that very first time on the MCS broadcast. What a throwback time. I had no idea what was going on in competitive Madden.
Yeah, no, we were both just thrown in there with RG and Scott, the OGs of Madden commentary, and we were just like, hey, we're happy to be here.
Yeah, we're just here. We're just here enjoying the free food that we got. We're just happy to be here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know, the commentator food.
Mm-hmm. Had Michael Skimbo on the call. Michael Skimbo.
Yeah, the three horsemen.
That's wild. What were they? The bunch?
They were the gun bunch.
They were the bunch. And then when problem came up for the challenge, they turned into to the heavy formation.
This is a big play call here. 3rd down. You see Byron Murphy in that slot there. We saw Byron Murphy a lot outside the first game.
Here goes the trips. Watch the bubble. Look, there's only one player out there to guard the bubble. It's going to have to be a user jump if it's there. It's not. He's got the flat route wide open.
No first.
That's short of the line of the game, though, at the 21-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about a football length.
Yeah, and that's just a timing throw right there where, especially on next gen, those out routes are not always consistent to where you just hope your receiver goes for first down yardage, but they won't always do it. And unfortunately for Liam, it's 4th down in inches. Made the right read, but might pay for it here.
4th and short.
He'll stick with that gun bunch, it looks like.
I just got a text from Bobby. I think he might have got DM'd. Over the middle. Gerald Everett to the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
And Russell Wilson lights out 6 for 6 to start off. He'll stick with this gun bunch. He'll go no huddle. Looking to maybe make it 7 for 7. Sticking with the bunch here. Let's see if we get a run with Chris Carson on 1st and goal.
Bobby, I've already gotten 4 of those messages right at the seam. There was nobody there. That was a cover 0. And you see Liam. He's confident. The 22-year-old is the first on the board.
Right at the user, Deontay Thompson, just a little bit off, going to that right side and up the middle. Gerald Everett makes it look way too easy. And Liam, a quick 7. And from the previous game where Matzo's defense really rode him strong, not a great sign.
Big shout out, Big Casino 42 in the chat. Can I get a Madden 04 Vic card? Would we not all take that if the legend items like actually flash back to like that version in the game? Madden 04 Vic would be broken. Like it's just untackleable.
Don't worry, we'll get our like 15 Michael Vicks for the year. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, they're coming. Where's our Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson? Just
also probably coming soon.
Bo Jackson.
Instead, enjoy your Danny Dimes at quarterback.
I'm still rocking Daniel. I don't love Zach Wilson's throwing motion. It's not my favorite. I like Danny Dimes right now, but this Cam Newton might be the move.
Yeah, I saw some competitive guys talking about Cam having fast break and escape artist. Could be some different schemes potentially with that quarterback draw. A little 5 wide action maybe with Cam.
First time we see Matzo on offense. Rocking those Arizona Cardinals. Regs here on PS5. Pistol formation. And it's going to be hand off to James Conner. James Conner, big part of Matzo's offense in that second semifinal.
Yeah, James Conner to bootleg Derrick Henry of Madden. That was some nice running vision right there to cut that one inside right away. Not easy to do on that zone week run. And Matzo looks like he was not bluffing. This is his real offense. Trumpet Monkey was kind of wondering. No, he's playing for this is his real scheme.
This is his scheme. I got news for you. This is what he's running. 2nd and 5. Murray back to pass. Well covered down the field, waiting for a wheel, waiting for something. Oh, that was a beautiful fake out right there. It looked like right there. Took a little jab step with Kyler Murray. Stepped up in the pocket. Looked like he was going to scramble. Liam left Max Williams, and Max Williams goes, well, I'll take the easy catch on the side.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there. Jamal Adams had that wheel route covered, but Kyler stepping up. But you just got to know that in that situation, that split second, you got to give up that Kyler Murray run over a 40-yard gain by Max Williams.
McDuggets asked Nick, can you confirm I'll get my silvers if I find Cookie Boy on Tinder? True, also on Bumble. He's on both. If you find him, that's where your drops are. It's right under Cookie Boy's Tinder profile.
This is news to me.
This is new. How'd you know?
Oh, man. James Conner, he's not going away from this rushing attack. This is what he wants to do in the red zone. You definitely want to get James Conner established with these Arizona Cardinals, but look out for DeAndre Hopkins. I believe D-Hop has a red zone threat, and we know Hopkins can make some of the greatest catches out there. Very quick first quarter. We saw Liam's opening drive, go for 6, and right away to Arizona Cardinals marching downfield.
Okay, now that I've gotten the 5th message, I'm going to actually have to say it. Chat, stop DMing me. I don't have any answers for drops. I don't have a button to press. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I have no answers for you.
Oh, look at the shakies. Look at the shakies.
He's got the squiggles.
Out. Oh, man.
RPO. Oh, what a hit on the interior. Nowhere to go for Baby Yoda, 4th and 4.
Yeah, and that was a defensive back blitzing from the opposite side of the field to stop that RPO. Liam came prepared to stop that play.
4th down and 4 under center. Play action pass. Murray in trouble. Down goes Kyler and Liam. He's already thinking where he's going to put that Madden Europe Invitational trophy. He's got the ball back up 7.
The shakies. Marquise Blair off the edge. Beats Max Williams in that tight end delay. I don't know if he tried to release him or Blair just got the heat, but either way, a big stop and looked like the flats were wide open to James Conner if he had a niche of time, but that play action animation did not give him enough time to get that pass off.
And now back, a little bunch tight end action. Hand off to Chris Carson over the left side. Thompson trying to rip that ball away. He'll pick up.
Hey, trying to be his best John Beast out there.
The beast named John, new belt winner.
Back in like Madden 12, that used to be a thing. You strip the ball, used to be like, I am the strip button. Well, John Beast is the strip button.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you strip to win the game. Guess what? Congratulations. You're now that guy. 2nd and 7. Russell Wilson, 5-man rush, picked up. Well, he's got the corner out. Just wide open. It's naked like me on a Friday night. Gerald Everett to the 46.
Yeah, it's a good thing we can't see you right now. But
You're
it's a good thing
welcome.
we can see Gerald Everett wide open for Liam. And it just looks like there's no answers for this offense. Liam is not making any mistakes.
And he was going to that RPO bubble. Good coverage. It looked like he clicked over to Akeem Hicks on the defensive end linebacker position, was ready to jump that bubble screen. Instead, it's just a handoff.
We were looking for Jordan Hicks.
Whatever. They're all the same Hicks. I just DM Bobby about the drops. Anything else I need to do? Nah, man. You'll see if Bobby gets back to you.
But, it's a good, once again, not making any mistakes, not forcing that RPO and taking what the defense is giving him.
One of the things I think doesn't get talked about enough from Madden 21, flats are back, and they are still here in Madden 22, but the change of how momentum works out of those flat routes. Remember how hard it was to throw to the flats in 20 because it seemed like your players got stuck in the mud. Now those flat routes are an actual weapon.
Yeah, and it seemed like the players wouldn't turn up field right away. Now it's more fluid animations, which is good for us to see, play calling unleashed to its full potential. But right now we're seeing good defense on these trips RPO plays. If Liam doesn't have, we saw him run level sales once in the previous game, but if he's just going to keep running those RPO reads, it looks like these Cardinals have it locked.
2nd down and 7, handoff to Carson up the middle. Good defense that time from Matzo. Liam already in field goal range and has already taken this down under the 2-minute warning. This game is flying by.
Middle of the field, new acquisition, Che Watt. Do the salute because you just made that play happen. Che Watt's been getting some sheds in the running game, and he's been a big acquisition for the Cardinals in real life, and in Madden, he's showing up.
3rd and 7. Wilson back to pass. Got him over the middle. Tyler Lockett diving catch. Down to the 1-yard line. Give him 25. Liam absolutely dotting a 10 for 10 passing the ball.
You just cannot make the right choice with the users. You've got 2 guys to cover, and if the quarterback is on it, he is on it. He'll make the right read. That time was the underneath to the running back. It was the crosser. Deontay Thompson picks the underneath to the running back. The crosser's wide open, but that's a tight window. You got to be on it to make that throw, and Liam, as we've seen, has been on it so far. Goal line on 1st down.
Who doesn't love a little goal line action? Line the big boys up. Block for Chris Carson. He'll get into the end zone. Liam with the 2-score lead. The youngster, the second alternate, looking to be the first champion.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Wasn't supposed to be here. Wasn't even the first. The first alternate was supposed to line up. I believe he unfortunately was not feeling well. And then they found Liam somewhere. He was out there just swinging the bat, scoring some 4s and 6s. And he was like, yeah, I'll play.
Big shout out, by the way, to my guy Fendler with the raid, dropping a little 99 into the chat. The expeditious raid from my man Fendler.
So now if you're Matzo here in this situation, you got to remember, you do get the ball to start the second half. So getting any sort of points here, even a field goal, not the worst thing in the world. But you just got to make sure this is the last drive of the first half. And we need to see better 2-minute drill execution from Matzel than we saw the first time around.
1st down and 10. Max Williams motions over to the left side. Kyler Murray back to pass. 5-man rush picked up well. And how is that not picked up? Well, it's because he used to play for the Lions. Quadre Diggs with a stone cold drop.
Oh, and you see Liam's reaction right there. How was that not a pick? That was the defense. It was called to perfection, and I didn't get rewarded. You know how that goes. When you drop a pick, you always give up 6. Let's see if that turns out true for Matzel.
Shout out to my guy Vose, the youngster in the chat. What's up, Vose? You don't love me? What, Vose? Don't love me? Uncalled for one time. Looking over the top. He's got D-Hop one-on-one, but it's picked off by Reed, and Liam might be closing this one out in the first half. Reed with the pick. Another turnover to the 44-yard line.
The youngster DJ Reed. We talked about how the Seattle Seahawks defense is not what it once was. No Richard Sherman, no, guys you might think of like Brandon Browner, but not even Shaquille Griffin. But you got DJ Reed out there. You got Trey Flowers. These cornerbacks are good enough to get the job done.
Right side, DK Metcalf. Thanks, Vose. Thanks. What do you think of the Seahawks defense? You think of Brandon Browner? Can we talk about that? Is that the name you come up with?
I was just trying to think of guys from the Legion of Boom. I was just,
sure.
Cam Chancellor real time. I was trying to think of cornerbacks off the top of my head. This Sean Shed might have been a better shout, but we got Brandon Browner.
2nd and 4. Wilson back to pass. He'll just take the underneath. That one looked like a homing missile through the middle of that offensive line. 12 for 12, passing the ball. This Liam kid, we might be seeing him holding up a belt one of these days.
This is like clockwork, and once again, the user has to make the choice. You got to guard the streak, and then the underneath from the running back gets wide open. There's no right choices to be made defensively.
Yeah, Bose, these guys have already asked me to fix drops. They've asked Bobby to fix drops. None of us work for EA, man. We can't. Sorry. Everybody worked hard behind the scenes trying to get them to work. Sorry.
No huddle here.
Drops are all in your head. 2nd and a yard out of bunch time. You got to think Carson's getting a carry here. Look at this conservative play from Liam. Just working that clock down. Quick throw to Carson in the flat. Wow, Byron Murphy laying the lumber.
Yeah, and maybe took a little bit too much clock down because now you got 10 seconds, only one timeout to work with here. So you don't exactly have the run game in your arsenal because if you run it, you get stopped. You got to call it a timeout and kick the field goal here. So Liam's put himself in a bit of a box, but still a 3-possession lead is what you really need to get out of this drive. Do not even think about throwing a pass in a tight window.
No. Fend, I just like to point out I did that to Bobby, and he texted me saying, what have I done? 1st and goal underneath Carson. That's a tight window throw. I thought he had the wheel route up the seam, but instead he goes to the drag to Carson. Do you even run another play here?
I think you can even run the ball here. Just run the ball very quickly with Chris Carson. Give it a chance. But, yeah, it would not be a bad idea to just go for the 3 in this situation.
You're already up 2 scores. Let's see if you can't make it 3. 2nd and goal, 6 ticks left on the clock.
We saw Liam. He was not conservative. He was not conservative against Techers, and I don't think he'll be conservative here either.
He didn't drop back to pass. Had a gun deuce close. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Eye on the clock. Ooh, I think he might have had him. Little inaccurate pass, but Liam will still get a field goal, and we will go to halftime, possibly the 17-0 game.
Yeah, Gerald Everett breaking on that out route right there. Just a bit of a miss from Russell Wilson, but might not be a bad miss there because that might have not been caught. It might have been a drop pick. A lot of things could have went wrong there.
What's going on? It's your boy, One Great User, and you're watching the Madden Europe Invitational. One place in Europe I always wanted to visit is Amsterdam. I mean, come on, why not? It's the most wholesome place on earth. Who doesn't want to go to Amsterdam?
Big shout out to my guy, the user, sending in a vehicle, my MCS broadcast partner. By the way, for the guy that said I'd never get a job with EA, I got bad news for you. I already got one, homie. 17-0. Liam on top. Huge drive here from Matzo.
And some people were asking where One Great User is. That's where he is right now. He's looking to take a trip out there. We got pint-sized One Great User in his place today.
Well, where's Kimmy? Kimmy's with and she tweeted out today. She's back on set with NFL Network. Kimmy's busy. Kimmy's a star. Okay, so she was back on set with the NFL Network, taking pictures. Back with the co-host. So yeah, not toxic. You're toxic if you come in the chat and say I don't get a job, homie.
Yeah, this isn't toxic. This is just Nick. Toxic Nick hasn't come out yet.
No. Toxic Nick wouldn't show up for the European Championship. AJ Green, he might be old, but he's got some wheels to the house for Matzel. Just what he needed to get off the schneid.
Yeah, so that's where those Seattle Seahawks cornerbacks don't exactly show up well. And you're thinking, AJ Green? You got Rondale Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Andy Isabella, and you're going to AJ Green? But let me tell you what got that play done. Route running. That was a double move. And AJ Green toasted that man on an open campfire.
Yes. To answer your question, KD Lake, the cameras for both players are on the sides of which team they're on. So Liam is the Seahawks. Matzel is the Cardinals. Just what he needed, Cookie. Listen, this game, it's never over till it's over. And getting a quick touchdown like that, 33 seconds into the second half, massive for Matzel.
Yeah, and we've seen this man coverage look by Liam backfire a bit. It backfired a little bit during Techers' game, and big time backfire. That's the last thing you want to give up when you have all the momentum.
Wilson back, looking underneath. Carson just missed him. Another inaccurate pass. Didn't set the feet.
Oh, yeah. Well, he set the feet. He just went about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And we know, I believe it's once you go about 10 to 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, you are at risk of an inaccurate throw, even if you're in the pocket, feet set and all. So that's just a bit of a fundamental mistake by Liam.
Wilson on 2nd and 10. There's Tyler Lockett. And right now, very simple game. Big hit on the sidelines, but a simple game plan here from Liam, not taking any chance with that 10-point lead.
Yeah, and that's about the only mistakes we've seen Liam make, where he misses that open throw or he's taking a hit stick or two. But otherwise, this has been a clinic on how to run offense in Madden 22.
Fuzz. Don't do it. There's like 3 guys in here get really mad when you joke around about that. 17-7, the first ever Madden Europe Invitational Championship game. Nick Mazesco, Cookie Boy along with you. Cannot wait to see who comes out on top. It's been all Liam so far as he'll find Gerald Everett, the 22-year-old Liam O'Brien, back into opposing territory at the 43-yard line.
and hitting Gerald Everett, the former Los Angeles Ram, now on the Seahawks, and a better option than the Seahawks have had in years past at that tight end position, at least Madden-wise.
Whoa! Whoa! Dwayne Eskridge with a huge catch over the middle into coverage, the riskiest throw we've seen from Liam.
Matz was just shaking his head. He's like, that was my stop. That was my play.
Looking left side, wide open. Tyler Lockett's got the key to the 2-yard line. And Liam has a 1st and goal to go back up 3 scores.
And once again, just like we saw against Techers, these Arizona Cardinals defensive backs are not able to crash down on these deep crossers quick enough. Guys like Robert Alford are just not getting the job done against Lockett and Metcalf.
I form. Goal line action, play action. Oh, baby, if that wasn't Chandler Jones, that could have been a pick. But Gerald Everett makes the catch, and just like that, Liam looking to close out the Madden Europe Invitational Championship.
Yeah, Chandler Jones out there. I saw that X Factor. I was like, is that Buddha? It definitely was not Buddha Baker. Wow. And just like that, you got the lead. You got all the momentum on your side. The shakies are about to be busted out on just about every single down for the Arizona Cardinals.
24-7. Listen, I think, we both came into this knowing that Liam looked a little better offensively, had a better game plan. But Cook, I don't think we expect after Matzo played such good defense against Send 8, a 24-7 differential in this one.
Yeah, here we go. This is the first time we see this, or second time we see this RPO run. The first time we saw it get stuffed on 3rd down. And this time Matzo busted. Usually it's been his 3rd down play, but now this is desperate times, desperate measures. You can't hide your play calls now. You got to go and go quickly.
Back to James Conner. The James Conner attack has been real here for Matzel in these 2 games.
But not what you need when you're down 17, where you're huddling in these situations. This is not the offense that you have to be running when you are down 17 points, especially in Madden 22.
Yeah, you got to get going. Maybe try to find AJ Green again. There's Kyler. There's the escape artist. Scrambling. Oh, boy. Taking hits with Kyler. Always dangerous. Shout out to my guy, Bill Hill Goat in the chat. Says, what's up, Cookie Boy?
Hey, what's up, man? So those hits with Kyler Murray, it's like a prize fight, right? You don't knock him out, but you get those hits, you get those jabs in, you lower his stamina, and that's going to make the escape artist less effective as the game goes on.
The Mighty Mouse plan right over the middle, body shots. A Christian Kirk first catch of the game for Kirk. To the 22, he'll hurry back to line, 26 seconds and counting in the 3rd.
Sidney Jones laying the lumber out there. Here's the no huddle that we need to see.
How about Chase Edmonds? Is that what we need to see? Because he picked up 3.
That was a sticky 3 yards. I'll give it that. He got away from Jamal Adams, ran a man over. Really want to get this snap off.
5 seconds, 4 seconds left in the quarter. Play action pass, looking for those crossers again. This one tougher to do. Oh, what a catch by D-Hop. How did he get that animation to keep D-Hop in bounds and then picks up a touchdown? This game ain't over. Max with a little Houdini act.
The magical footwork of DeAndre Hopkins is what we can call it. That was more of a Madden thing than it was a DeAndre Hopkins thing, to keep it in bounds and turn upfield like that. You'll take that. You'll take that if you're Matzo. Keep yourself in the game.
4's up in the chat. 4th quarter, the first ever Madden Europe Invitational. Liam with the lead, but Matzel just cut it to 10. Does Matzel have some defense? He needs a stop very, very badly, Cook.
Matzel has been put in the mental pretzel all game long, trying to figure out how to stop this Seattle offense. He's tried to send pressure. He's tried to go coverage. He's tried to use her whatever he can. It just seems like Liam is always one step ahead. Not like the ability.
Yeah, not OSA.
We haven't seen any man. We haven't seen too much man coverage on this Cardinals.
Hopkins moonwalk to stay in bounds. Hit him with the Jamona. As Carson left side loses 2. Yeah, no man coverage really today. We haven't seen those 1-steps. I've run a little 1-steps on some corners here in Madden 22, and it's not to the Madden 21 level of bonkers.
It's not 1-step. It's like 3 steps behind.
Yeah, it's not.
Nice run stop. Nice run stop there on 1st down. We had JJ Watt once again causing havoc. Isaiah Simmons in the middle.
Screaming over the middle. That's Eskridge. 1st down for Liam. And there goes Eskridge. He's a burner from the MAC. He's... Oh, he got nasty on him. Matzel hit him with a "you can't see me." And that could be a tournament-winning touchdown. Shout out to my Western Michigan Broncos.
Look at Liam. He's like, oh, did I just do that? That was sticky. That was icky. That was a game-winning play. That was championship-level football. Oh, my Liam. He's still, what did I just do?
Wayne the Pain Eskridge bringing all sorts of unbelievable moves to this team. 31-14. Liam, he's seeing that trophy already on his mantle.
He's saying, clip that play, put that on my wall, put that on my highlight reel, put that on my tombstone. That play right there to potentially be the first ever European Invitational Madden champion.
These European Madden players have skills, ladies and gentlemen.
They got skill, they've got
baby.
snake. And unfortunately for Matzo, he'll be seeing the shakies with that Seattle home field advantage.
Murray back to pass on 1st and 10. He's waiting for the crosser. It's well matched up, looking for Connor underneath. Not sure how he hit him with a little raindrop there, but it's an incomplete pass.
Kyler Murray doing his thing out there. And we're seeing that Matzo doesn't exactly have a plan B. This is still the offense that he's going to run, and this is just not the offense that materializes big plays, or right now any plays.
Winner this not only taking home a custom NFL Shop prize pack, but also taking home the trophy, taking home the crown. 31-14, all Liam in this one. As we near the 3-minute mark, those spaghetti noodles going crazy for all our Italian Madden players. Murray back to pass, delay fade to Max. He's fumbled. It's on Liam. He's got the rabbit's foot. He's got the 4-leaf clover, and he's got a Madden Europe Invitational title.
Say it with me. Enforcer. Jamal Adams. Boom. Lights out. Good night, Matzel.
Was that your RG impression right there? It was a good one. I felt like RG with the boom.
Watching a little bit too much RG right there. But
I mean, who can? How can you not? 1st and 10, all pedestrian at this point. This one, he's back to pass. Sure. Hits Carson, little possession catch. Right.
Hey, man, when you're in rhythm like that, you're not exactly going to be running the ball still. Why not? I mean, I don't agree with
hurry up
huddle.
What about hurry up offense? How do you feel about that?
I don't know about this.
Wilson back to pass. He's got Carson on the drag again.
Russell
Liam,
Wilson.
what you doing? Liam doesn't have anywhere to go tonight. He's like, listen, I'm going to make this game last a while.
Once again, he backs up a bit too far out that pocket with Russell Wilson. That's the only thing he's doing wrong, and that's like a little tweak that you can easily improve on. Just don't back up 15 yards. Otherwise, I mean, Liam's playing championship football all night long.
There's that trips tight end. It's a pass. He's got the circle for a touchdown if he wants it. That's DK Metcalf one more time to the crib. Liam O'Brien, Liam O champion.
The dagger applied. I think the dagger was applied to the soul of that tight end.
Yeah, the body's down, and he went over and he put another dagger in him, Cook. I don't know if he needed to do that, but he puts him up 38-14.
Yeah, Matzo's just like, just need a ball. Take me out of my misery at this point.
From second alternate to first champion. How about the performance? Liam O'Brien takes down Techers, takes down Matzel, and takes home the crown.
Yeah, Liam, who came into this tournament with something to prove once they put him in. He said he would give the nickname to this trophy that he is about to have his hands on, the Rita, because it would remind him of Rita Ora every time he looked at it. I don't know what that means.
Wow. What an obscure reference. Big shout out to Rita Ora getting the shout out from Liam. I thought it was called the Rita because it looked like you were drinking a margarita out of it, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know if that trophy's that pretty, but like, hey, pretty trophy.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Planosphere says, woo, love running up the score. All right, we know who not to play. Murray screamed at.
Down on the sim score.
Oh, boy. Blair off the edge.
Oh, man. I mean, he's just trying to do it he's trying to provide the fireworks as well, Matzel is, but right now, Liam's got a box of dynamites, and they are going crazy.
2nd and 22 minute and 27 seconds. Time out taken by Matzel.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I guess Matzel doesn't have anywhere to go tonight either.
Y'all, did anybody see last week Bishop Gorman was up like 17 points with a minute.
I thought you were
30
going to say
left.
Bishop Sycamore.
No, did you see Bishop Sycamore? No, Bishop Gorman, the school out of Nevada, lost to a team out of Arizona after they were up 17 with like 58 seconds left. That was wild.
That just
You never know. They hit 2 onside kicks. They recovered 2 onside kicks.
They had Young Hao Koo as their kicker?
Yeah, it was amazing. There's Kyler with a little RPO action, getting glitchy
Trying to
out
return
there
to stick work there.
It didn't work. You just want one clip that you can put back on TikTok after getting shook like that.
Yeah, Liam's definitely got a couple out of this one.
All a formality at this point. A dominant performance by young Liam O'Brien. Big credit to Matzo getting that first win, but just too much Liam in this one.
So Liam's previous favorite Madden memory was going unbeaten for almost a month. He said he went 26 straight days without losing a Madden game. I gotta say, this has to be his new favorite. That one play alone with Eskridge might be his new favorite Madden memory in the championship.
I wonder if that was like he played his little brother 26 days in a row. I was like, got you again.
Oh, Kyler, why not?
Yep, and Jamal Adams didn't get the feet in bounds. He's not a wide receiver.
Jamal Adams is playing some great football all around with that user. He's been making tackles in the run game. He had that monster hit stick, and he just about had an interception just to clean out all the hardware for defensive trophies.
Should be the final play of this championship game. And the final play before the coronation of young Liam O'Brien. 2 seconds, 1 second. Hold on. Come on, animation. Who doesn't love the celebration wheel? Who doesn't love the celebration wheel? The turnover on down. And Liam O'Brien in victory formation. He is your first ever Madden European Invitational champion with a dominant performance here in the finals.
Well deserved. And he's thinking, maybe bring Pat McAfee around, right? He's thinking about his favorite players that he wants to celebrate with, get a shout out from. He said Tom Brady. He said Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Pat. At least Pat McAfee, right?
Hey, look, we got Snacks cameoed on the show already. Pat might be next. Oh my God, that hezzy and that hit stick. Those are TikTok moments, as the kids say.
It was disrespectful stick work. I mean, that is you get remembered for that sort of stuff. As somebody who's had that stick work done against him, it's not good.
What an absolutely incredible final we witnessed right there. Look, shout out to Matzo. Commiserations. He went down swinging. In the end, it was the stick work that we know that the European players have. That came to the forefront right there, and a couple of massive plays. It really felt like a real-life Seahawks win. It really did, in terms of a couple of massive plays, individual efforts, and a massive defensive stand. And here is your first ever, you said it, Nick, Madden Europe Invitational champion, none other than Liam O'Brien. Congrats to you, mate. He, as you said, Cookie, you called it, mate. He was the backup's backup, comes in, self-proclaimed best Madden player in the United Kingdom, and now he gets to take home the crown, quite literally, the trophy, nicknamed the Crown, right here next to me. We might have to send him a real crown as well. He's the first ever Madden King of Europe.
I didn't know you had Rita Ora next to you.
Is that Rita Ora? Wow, what another cameo. This is amazing.
Oh, lads, you have been absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here, for giving us, memories upon memories. It was a historical moment. No two better commentators in this host's humble opinion to have on the mic. You were brilliant. I was watching from production. That was awesome listening to you right there. Favorite moments? I know whoever gets to go first gets to pick the hezzy, but favorite moments from the tournament.
Hezzy! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah, 100% honesty. Like, it's just it's really cool seeing Madden take over and seeing so many great players from Europe. I'm excited to see where this grows, and just blessed to be able to be a part about this first one, because I know eventually I'm going to get that plane ticket and you're going to fly me over there. I'm just saying.
Hey.
I got to get there. So, hey, hook me up with that ticket.
Hey, we hope so. And Cookie, fave moment, mate. What do you got?
I mean, I just loved everything I saw from Liam, man. I mean, he's a Madden star in the making, man. I don't know how far he gets with it, but from what I saw, you might think it was an out-of-body experience. I think that's just the way he plays. I think he's just that good.
Right? And he doesn't even play MUT. Somebody get this man a MUT team. Somebody get him into the MCS rankings. Do you get into the power rankings for being the Madden King of Europe? Oh,
You should.
big.
You should.
Big question.
Honorable mention.
Big question. An asterisk? Who knows? Eventually as well, we saw it in chat. Eventually, USA has to play the EU in some form of
What are we doing, the Ryder Cup out
Ryder
here?
Cup Madden tournament. It has to happen at some point. I dare say, I know, just like yourself, a few Americans who would love to get on the plane. When we're back to business as usual and we can all travel with ease again, I can't wait to see that happen. But a big thank you from myself, the production team, of course, chat. They're just going to give you grief about drops, but I also know
So it's like a normal stream.
they
Cool,
were
I'm there.
glad to have you with us. So, lads, Nick Mazesko, the voice of competitive Madden, and now it has to be said, the other voice of competitive Madden, Cookie Boy, YouTube sensation. Thank you so much for being here, lads. Hey, I'll catch you in the team chat after.
For sure.
Right? The digital locker room maybe for a Gatorade or a champagne shower. Champagne region. We are here on the continent. Well, there you have it. We're going to have an interview coming up. And now that we've got the gremlin sorted out, we know that he can hear us and we can hear him with the first ever champion of Madden in Europe, the Madden European Invitational champ, Liam O'Brien, who's going to be taking home the trophy affectionately nicknamed by you, the Madden community, as the crown. We might have to get him a real crown as well. Hopefully, we have him here. Liam, mate, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
No trolls this time. You called it. You said you'd be back on our screen for another interview. Look, at what point did you know that you had that game in the bag? Was it the massive hezzy?
I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not being arrogant whatsoever. Watching them play in the first game, I felt like I had my final already. And just beating Techers, I was already perfectly prepared to face what they had. Like, he was running the pro schemes the way they run it, and I knew the other guys weren't really at the same level. So if I could do that to Techers, then I was confident I could do it again.
Boom. There we go. It was absolutely phenomenal to watch. What does it mean to you to be the first champion, the inaugural first ever Madden Europe Invitational? The crown right next to me is going to be coming home to you. It's coming home, not Rome. There you go. So an Englishman actually bringing the trophy home. What does it mean to you, mate?
Look, it means a lot. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, I've been grinding YouTube for over a year now, claiming I'm the #1. I've been streaming. People call me an imposter, saying it's self-proclaimed. Look, I've done it. I've beaten the best. I've done it. I'm the underdog's underdog. You guys didn't even think of me in the first four.
Right.
Not even the next four. Not even the next four. Not even the whole of Europe. And then I'm here and I clean up. I'm really proud of myself because I knew I could do it. Just wanted the opportunity.
Absolutely brilliant, mate. Yeah, you are the Madden King of Europe. No one can dispute that right now. However, I do want to leave a little plug right there. If you're watching at home and you think you can beat this beautiful man right here at Madden, then you need to join the Madden Europe Discord. You need to be there so that you can hear about future tournaments and sign up. It was really, really impressive, mate. The hezzy was absolutely insane.
Did you boys like that? Did you see my reaction?
The production, everybody in the production crew room was just going mental right there. We could hear Nick and Cookie coming through on every single speaker in headphones. It was absolutely phenomenal. But the hit stick as well put this this exclamation point right on the game. I was telling the lads there that it felt like a real life Seahawks win. So look, I'm going to give you the floor. What message do you have once again to anyone who might have missed the first interview, just tuned in, watch you win, become the first ever Madden King of Europe? What message do you have to anybody, like you said earlier, who might have just picked up the game, might be picking up the game? Take it away. The mic is yours. And any shout outs you want to give to the family who I know you had to skip out on comedy night with them to come and become the Madden King of Europe. The mic is yours, mate.
Look, everyone, I did not know the rules of American football until like early in 2020, and I played Madden to learn the rules. And now I've gone from learning the rules just over a year and a half ago, to then being the best in Europe. It's all about grinding, and my best advice to anyone is to watch the best. It's not as if I magically became good. I watch people like Jay Wall, I watch people like Fancy, Cookie Boy. I watch these guys and respect how good they are and their reads, and then you just practice the same in practice mode. It's that easy, boys. Watch the best, watch how they do it, and then just do that as well. I want to give a quick shout out to my family, my girlfriend especially. Like, she works like 4 a.m. in the morning, and some of the times I have to play you guys, like you Americans, at like 3 or 4 a.m. because of the time difference. I'm streaming and stuff while she's asleep next to me, getting up early. So shout out to my girlfriend, and just shout out to you boys. Look, I knew I could do it. I knew I was there, and I just appreciate the opportunity. It's really weird watching the MCS and seeing Nick commentating against Jay Wall and Parvin. So then I can't wait to watch this back and see his commentary, and I can't wait to hear the amount of times I get called an underdog, and how it's a surprise win when I was kind of backing myself as a favourite internally anyways. Underdog mentality and all that. But yeah, I appreciate all of you boys. You've run it amazingly as well. So just a shout out to you guys as well. Like, a little round of applause behind the scenes. Like, you've nailed it. So just appreciate you getting me involved.
Absolutely. It was our pleasure to have you involved. And now, you know, you've got the crown. What? Listen, you can give the crown to the girlfriend. I mean, what better present than a crown for a crown? And it's bigger than the ashes. So there you go, mate.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG. I'm not giving anything to my girlfriend.
There we go. Okay. Fair enough. But look, thank you so much.
Where's my crown? I need a crown.
We would legit have spoken to a crown maker. Only in Europe are there crown makers. Absolutely phenomenal.
That's amazing.
Liam O'Brien, you are the inaugural, the first ever Madden Europe Invitational champion. You are the Madden King of Europe. The crown is coming home. We'll get it couriered to you ASAP. It will be arriving wrapped in bubble wrap. It will go somewhere behind you there, I hope. Hope you find a special place for it. Until next time when we see you on our screens, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations again. And yeah, we'll see you at the next tournament, mate.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. And I love how confident he is, but also humble. Brilliant. Liam, our first champ. Can't think of a better one. Love the underdog story right there. He took on Globo Gym, and they won. Let's have a look at the final bracket here and how it played out. Liam comes in as the 4th seed, takes on the 1st seed, Techers, and gets a crucial 1-point win in our semifinal number 1, 14-13 over Techers. Matzo then takes on his in-real-life mate. They have a shorter. They'll both still be having a few brewskis there at Oktoberfest in Germany. Beats his really good mate, Send 8B Great, in semifinal number 2, 10-7. We see the final, which you've just watched there, which was a cagey close affair, and then out of nowhere, Liam throws in the hezzy. He gets an incredible user hit stick fumble recovery, and then just didn't look back. He went for the jugular. He did not run the ball, chew out the clock. He kept swinging and landing haymakers. Matzel showed that he has the heart and mind of a champion as well. Literally still trying to throw dots as time expired. Phenomenal grand final. And yeah, Liam O'Brien, Liam Obbs, 123. Check him out on YouTube. Go and Google him right now. He has a YouTube channel. He is your champ, wearing his beautiful Patriots jersey right there. We won't even shame him for that. He can wear whatever jersey he wants because he is your Madden King of Europe. Absolutely phenomenal. What is he taking home? An NFL Shop Europe special package of a snapback cap, pullover hoodie, and jersey from his teams of choice. It could be all Pats. I don't think it's going to be Buccaneers. We only showed Bucks because they're the world champs and because Gabby forced us to, okay? But Liam is going to be bringing home that swag bag from NFL Shop Europe, which is very, very cool. But not just that. He's also going to be taking home the beautiful trophy right here next to me, which you, the Madden community, voted on the nickname, the Crown. So engraved on it is the Madden Europe Invitational Champion 2021. The nickname of it is the Crown. We will be couriering that over to Liam in the UK ASAP. We're not going to dox him, but he's obviously in the UK, and he'll be finding, I hope, a place for that on the mantelpiece, or as I said, maybe just a gift to the girlfriend because the crown. So there we go. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, everybody in the chat. The 500 strong. We didn't get the drop sorted. We doubled the giveaways. So thank you to EA for not only their support in making this event possible, the NFL for approving it as well. Obviously, our sponsors, Printify, cannot put on these events without sponsors. Our promotional partners and all of the legends there in the OG network. Shout out to Fend, who is a backup caster as well, a backup commentator. Everybody who competed, our 4 brave competitors, everybody who watched, the entire Madden community, all the cameos, everybody from Snacks to Anto to Kays. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We hope this will be the first of many European Madden events officially licensed, and we'll see you at the next one. My name is Trumper Monkey. Go Raider Nation, and have yourselves a brilliant night.
We've gone through life, got it hard, and we just need one restart. Just tell me love me, forever has never been enough. Just tell me love me, tell you love me, forever never been enough.
Focus, I can't even control it. You know you lose the golden